Hello everyone! Welcome to our
Hey.
Blue Rose stream. We are doing our second session of Blue Rose with Andrew GMing, and we have our guest. So I'm going to start with introductions quite quickly. Anna, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everybody, I'm Anna. I'm one half of the LBs. You'll normally see me doing extreme punnage with Castellum and the like in the chat normally. But here I'm playing Ziska Havonen, who is a sea folk warrior and who is apparently not tough enough to not get attacked by a bear.
Awesome. Brian.
Hi, I'm Brian. You also see me as Poseworth in the chat when I'm chatting. I am playing Doretis, which is sort of an older, sort of melancholy guy who's just hoping to kind of bring some knowledge to other people.
Awesome. And we have Kate today because unfortunately Anne-Marie is not very well. So Kate has decided she'd step in for Anne-Marie. So Anne-Marie, if you're watching, I hope you get better soon. Kate, would you like to?
Love to Anne-Marie.
Yeah.
Hi, I play Micah, who is a raven. Literally no idea what I'm doing, but hey, I promise to try and keep the raven alive.
That would be good. The raven is called Micah. Did you say that?
Micah.
Might have done.
Micah.
And I am Jess, just in case I didn't say that. Can't remember whether I did or I didn't. I am playing Karenza. I believe I'm a Vata. Have I got that right?
Yeah, you're a Vata.
And a magic user of some kind. And incredibly enthusiastic about everything. Practically Tigger. Yeah. Anyway, Andrew, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Andrew. You might know me from a pyramid stream as Garner. And yeah, I am going to be carrying on the story today for Blue Rose, one of my favorite RPG settings.
Yay! So anyway, say hello to everyone in chat. We have Castellum, we have Bear, we have Wolfsong, Claire Cat, Chaotic Bifector. Yay! Welcome back again. Another unique. Hey! Oh, and thank you for the sub again. Another unique. That's really awesome of you. You do that every stream. Who else have we got in there? I think that's everybody. If there's anyone else I haven't said hi to and you're there, let me know. Say hi. And we will greet you too. Let us know how your days are going, everybody. Tell us how you are. Yeah. And so, previously on Blue Rose.
Should we have Kate do this one?
Yeah, Kate, take it away.
Previously on the Blue Rose.
Okay.
A bunch of random people met on a road, and there was a wolf, and then there was another wolf, and some people.
Wow, that's actually not that inaccurate either.
Yeah, no,
that's actually pretty good.
For someone who wasn't there,
There was a missing boy. There was a missing boy.
Yeah, that was pretty much.
Yeah, you have everything bar the names down, so I'll just quickly glide over the names to fill in that story a little bit. So last time you all met on the road to the city of Aldis, and you were traveling through the Palvin Weald forests. You were approached by a rye wolf named Frostwind, who was worried for his missing friend Greymane, and explained that Greymane had recently formed some kind of bond with a boy from the local town, Marcus. But the two had gone missing, and Frostwind was concerned for his rye friend because the town doesn't enjoy the best of relations with rye wolves due to competition in the local wildlife. On reaching the town, you met with Lenya, the head woman, and also the boy's father, Marcus, who you discovered was a ex-Jarzoni priest who had come to live in Aldis and wasn't particularly getting on with the place too well. He had very strong opinions about the rye particularly, and was very, let's just say he had a very strong idea of what kind of boy his son was and should be, and believes that his son would never leave his side and that something bad must have happened to him. He must have been taken in by some kind of magic or banditry, and he is waiting for someone to bring his boy back to him and explain how he could have disappeared. You, to help the town out, decided to go and seek out Marcus when you discovered that there was one direction the townsfolk had not taken in their investigations, which led very near to the Frostfang Mountains and a ex-military outpost that was once used by the forces of Kern and is held as a bad omen place to visit because of the association with Lich Kings and the undead from times past. On your journey, you met Galfi, a night person hermit who gave you shelter for the night and who you aided by giving some supplies and blankets, for which she was eternally grateful. She didn't have much to go on about the boy and the wolf you were seeking, but she did give you some potions, which one of you should have in your inventory, I hope. And after that, she set you on your way, and you met a rather hungry bear because it is coming on winter and it is time for hibernation season. You tried to scare off the bear and make mental contact with it, persuade it to go away, but unfortunately, due to a rather disastrous attempt at looking tough and impressive, the bear thought you looked a bit more like food and decided to attack. And this is where you are left, ready to fight a bear and hopefully survive. Otherwise, this will be a very small, slow stream.
Short stream.
Short stream, that's very good.
Yeah.
Well, first off, we're going to say hi, Nictanessa? Because that's a new one.
Hi.
That is a name I don't recognize. Hi. But apparently you are a 1-month subscriber, so I'm surprised I don't recognize the name. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, there's a bear in the chat. There is a bear in the chat. Bear is actually teching us in the background. Bear is being really lovely and doing all our teching.
Thank you, bear.
So
I feel bad that we're about to fight a bear and bear is in the background doing all
there is
the
a
work.
bear in the chat. Yeah.
Not the same bear.
Not the same bear. We wouldn't attack our bear. Right. Yes. What are we doing?
So the first thing that we should probably do is roll for some kind of initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
How do we do that?
How do we do that for
Yeah.
this?
That is a very good question. So let me
Save
just
the bear, save the world.
let me just get up the relevant pages of the rule book.
Oh yes, I forgot about your pennage on the bear's name in this map.
Bear with me. Yes.
There is.
Honestly, this is the one thing I'd actually forgotten about was how to.
How to do initiative.
Yeah.
Turn order thing.
Yeah. Does anyone on their character sheet have a thing about that? Have a number?
No, it can be hidden though. Show the initiative section. Tick. I now have it. I don't have anything in my box for initiative, so I have no idea what my initiative is. Roll and add the dex, apparently. The Windsor? Is that how you say that name? I said roll and add the dex.
I think that might just be it. Yeah.
What, are we just rolling 3d6s?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
It works the same as everything else, so yeah, I'm happy with that for now. And if there is something different, then
Yeah, that's why
I
my
got
initiative
11
says-
then,
We're rolling 3d6.
and then adding your dexterity modifier.
Oh, right.
Did that work correctly?
Oh, hang on. Are we?
Oh,
Where,
there we go.
Where are we meant to be rolling?
Yeah. So if you
oh yeah,
Oh,
if
if
you
you
just
click on your initiative.
it
Yeah, you
rolls
just
for
click
you.
on your
And the
initiative.
reason it says 0 for me is because I
There is-
don't have a dex bonus.
yes, and neither do you, Corenza, I would guess.
I do. I've got +1.
So where's
That's why
Oh.
I added a 1.
Oh, it did add a 1, did it, on its own?
So
Okay.
am I
That's
just
good.
clicking? Am I just clicking initiative or am I clicking dex? What am I clicking? I'm sorry.
Click
Yeah,
click
yeah, yeah.
initiative. Click initiative.
All
Click
right,
Where is
lovely.
where is initiative?
Oh, on the sheet. Your sheet might not actually have it on there.
She should, as long as she's
On
got
the character
Micah's.
sheet, it should be character persona,
Uh-huh.
powers, focuses, and arcana along the top. There should be a
Yep.
box underneath that, like a square sort of ish box that says
They
initiative.
do not
If
have
there
a
isn't,
I've got health
Think-
and conviction.
just
Ooh.
click on the cog then at the end, and then
Yeah.
that will bring up a bunch of options.
Oh,
Show the
shit.
initiative
Show the
section.
initiative
I've just clicked
section.
it for you, I think.
Okay. Yep.
And then just click back to character, and it'll appear.
There we go.
There's
Although
a cat.
Micah's initiative should be higher than that. Hold on. Micah's initiative on their thing only says 0 again, but they've got a dexterity of 5,
Yeah,
so that should be way
It
up.
added my dexterity even though my box is empty.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
So just click on the word initiative. But yeah, that's what it's added 5. Kate got
Yeah,
a
sorry
stunt
to
point.
everyone in the chat getting used
I got
to
a
new.
stun point.
Invisible cat.
Oh, and I need to roll for our bear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot to select my token.
Bear says he rolled a 55. Bear isn't rolling for the bear.
Yeah. Oh, and this is another thing I need to remember how to do again, 'cause it's been so long since I did this. I need to make an initiative order. How do I do that?
There should be like a little clock in your list of.
How do I make initiative order again?
There should be a clock
Yeah,
option.
I've got it. Turn order.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's.
Might have to manually add me because I forgot
You have to add
select
all of us to the turn.
What,
my.
by dragging you in, or?
No, right click on our tokens, and then there should be an add to turn. And then we can type in our results.
Oh, why have I got Carenza there twice?
Because you must have clicked on me twice. Ah,
Turn.
no, it's not letting me edit mine.
That's strange. Do you have control of your character to move them?
Yeah.
Is it because I added you in?
Ooh.
No, I think it was just being funny. It may have been because you were doing things.
Oh, okay. Okay, right, the bear's there. I think.
Yep.
Good. And everyone else needs to put in theirs now, and then we can get on. Sorry to chat for the
Ooh.
still getting used to roll 20.
All right.
Oh, the bear's gone back down to 0 again.
Micah and I currently have the same score.
Micah would go first because she has higher dexterity.
Okay.
Just change Micah's to 18.1 then, or yours to 17.9.
Okay.
Oh, why can't I get this in order?
You should be able to click
There
on
we
the
go.
cog. And, yeah.
There we go. I've done it. I've done it. Ooh. This is the real battle.
The tech.
Working out how roll 20 works.
Thank you for the bits, Bear.
Woo! Rabbit.
Roll20 is its own game. Roll20 is its own thing. Yep. There's a lot more
Yeah.
to learn as a DM on Roll20 as well. It's fairly simple as a player.
It's one of those ones. I think you need to be DMing. It's not like riding a bike, because I remember with the carnival I was getting pretty damn used to this by the end. But then having had a couple of weeks off from GMing with it, it's not like riding a bike. You don't just remember everything perfectly. It's like brand new again in my head.
No.
But there we go. Anyway, everyone is sorted. So, Micah, you are first up.
Well,
So let me
hey!
guide. And
So the
Thankfully-
person that doesn't know much about it is going first.
well, here's the beautiful thing. This is actually the first combat of the game. So
We're all learning.
in this, at least,
Uh-huh.
Micah and Kate know about as much as everyone else. So if you would like to go to your journal, Kate,
If anyone can hear a cat, that was mine that time.
Oh, was it?
That was mine. Yeah.
I thought it was Andrew's, but there we are.
that time.
I mean, mine is meowing away as well. So if you go to your journals characters, you have a list of major actions you can use, which you may want up as you go through the combat, and it just tells you all the different things you can do on your turn. On a turn, you can do one major action and one minor action, or two minor actions
Right.
as a turn.
So
So
is that one major action or two minor actions?
no, you can do one major and one minor, or two minor,
Great. Okay.
but you can't do two major.
Great.
So just to give you a quick glide through, you can use Aid Ally, which is designed to help others with their tests. An all-out attack, which makes you hit slightly harder, but also makes your defense suffer. If you're far away from the target, you can charge them, which gives you a bonus as you move towards them. You can defend as a major action. You can heal other characters, which is something that's great about this system. Anyone can heal. There's not always just, it's not only the designated healers. There's melee attack, ranged attack, and run. And then for minor actions, you can activate abilities, and you will have to remind me about that, Ziska, when we get to you. You can aim to make sure you have a better chance of hitting someone with your ranged weapons. You can put your guard up for defense. You can maintain an ability. You can move, which is pretty something you'll be using often, kind of like the D&D move, then attack. Prepare and press the attack. Ready, stand firm. Well, I'll probably go into the rest of these as you go. But for you, Kate, because you are a raven, you might want to go all the way down until you find flying actions.
Woohoo!
Because you have
Ooh.
even more things you can do than most people.
Baby. Ooh.
You could say Mike is a high flyer in that respect.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
what I was going to suggest is that Micah, for the start of this battle, might want to use their first major action to fly high.
Mm.
Because you've got a really nice thing that you can do as a bird. Because you can fly up high above the battlefield, you can get yourself into a position where the bear can't reach you and set yourself up for what's called a dive attack, where you launch yourself down and gain a +1 bonus to your attack and damage rolls for basically bombing out of the sky at it. But it's kind of like a 2-turn attack there. You're spending one of your major actions to fly up high and the other to do the attack later.
Yep. Cool. Man.
But you can just fly in and just attack him normally, but you would be open to his attacks back then.
Did we?
When Zira said stop crowing about everything. Sorry. Interrupted you, Kate.
Was there a discussion about trying to make friends with the bear?
We did try and get out the bear's way.
Tried to get out the bear's way, and the last thing that happened at the end of last episode was Ziska tried to intimidate the bear away, but due to a rather disastrous roll, the bear now thinks you guys look pretty easy meals.
Cool. Okay, fair enough.
So at this point, you're not going to easily persuade the bear that you're not.
Right. Okay. I mean,
you might be able to later in the combat, like as you wear him down, wear her down, but
I like the sound of flying high.
Okay. Can you sing some James Blunt as you do it?
No.
No.
Unless it's going to cause the basin damage.
It probably would.
So do I just move up here?
Yeah, so when you fly high, the character can move a number of yards equal to their flying speed while climbing far above the battlefield. While flying high, the character can neither attack nor be attacked, even by other flying characters flying high. A character must start their turn circling to fly high. Oh, yeah, we'll say you were circling to begin with. You off.
Okay.
Because you could have circled first and then.
I could have circled, which is a
yeah, because it's a minor.
Minor,
Action.
yeah.
So yeah, so
How do I
you're
know-
now primed for a dive attack.
How do I know what my flying speed is?
Your flying speed should be on your character sheet. So let me pull that up again. Micah, character sheet, character. Your speed
Oh.
is. Oh,
Well,
stop moving me around. Your speed is 12 according to this, and each square.
there we go.
I think each square on this is because this is yards rather than D&D's feet. So I think each square is supposed to be 2 yards or something.
That would make sense with some of the instructions and the actions.
8, 10. Yeah, because most people can only move 10. So
Right.
that would make 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah. Yeah, I think each square is supposed to be 2 yards.
Claire
Okay.
has asked laden or unladen.
Oh, Micah. I don't think there are any coconuts here, so we're going to say that Micah is unladen at the moment. Although, picking up missiles from the ground and dropping them on the enemy is perfectly permissible. Like, if you wanted to try that as a option going forward. So Micah's flown high and is in a position where she's not going to be attacked anytime soon by the bear,
Nope.
but also needs to
Got
wait a
my-
bit to get into position. Diska.
EDI.
Hello,
Hi.
it is me. It is my turn. Okay, so I'm the one that the bear's probably going to be wanting to munch on first, but I'm not planning on letting that happen. So I mean, my people are obviously in tune with nature and things. So I think we're all aware this bear is hungry. So could it, is it like a free action to like say, can somebody get some food to try and get this bear off our case?
That would be free at this point, yes.
Okay, because I'm not taking my eyes off this bear for 1 second because I can't let my guard down.
Okay, so are you thinking of not attacking the bear then?
I don't necessarily want to antagonize it, but obviously it is antagonizing us. But I don't want it. Don't want the bear coming for Carenza or Doretis.
Okay,
either.
so with what you're saying, what I would say from the minor actions, and please guys tell me if I'm sort of taking over people's turns a bit, but as we get
No.
used to the actions, I feel like giving some guidance of which actions might be
No.
appropriate for what you want to do. So as a minor action, I might suggest that you use
Stand for
your activate,
activate. Okay.
because you have a fighting style, don't you?
I do. I'm not sure where I find it on my character sheet because I am looking for it.
Yeah, that would be under. I've got so many tabs open. So under your character sheet, it would be.
Oh, is it my shield style that activates?
Persona. Is it in Persona?
Powers?
Yeah, weapon and shield style.
Okay, boom.
So you've got weapon and shield style. So if you activate that
Yes.
and sort of
Okay.
use your weapon and shield style, you get a +2 defense bonus while using your shield, other
Yes.
than the normal +1. So you could use a minor action activate to get you to sort of ready yourself in weapon and shield
Okay.
style. And then if you're not looking to attack straight away, your major action for the turn, you could then use defend, where you focus on
Okay.
defending for the round, and until the beginning of your next turn, you gain a +2 bonus to your defense.
Yeah, I think.
So basically, you're stacking defense so that you can withstand the bear's attack if it chooses to attack you.
Yeah, I think I'd like to do that because obviously the bear's just doing what its nature is doing. I don't particularly necessarily want to attack it unless I absolutely have to.
Okie dokie. So are we going with that then?
Yes, please. Yes, I would
Okay,
like
so-
to activate my shield style, so I've got my to up my defense and then do defend. So I
Okay,
increase.
so keep that weapon and shield style bit open on your page because we'll come back to that if the bear
Okay.
attacks you, so we can
Okay.
work out how many things you've got going on.
Mhm.
Carenza, you are up next.
I have just noticed that I seem to have an arcana that allows me to pin a creature as if it's an object.
You have, yes, you would have that. Let's open up your character sheet now. So many character sheets, I should have printed these out.
It's under move object.
Powers,
Arcana.
Arcana.
It's under Arcana.
Oh, yeah. Arcana, psychic contact, psychic shields. Move object, yes. You can move objects of various weights, and you can grab creatures as a major action to pin them. What I would say to that is that you have a toughness test on that, and for move object, I'll open up the page in a minute if you still want to use it, but the toughness test increases with the weight of the thing you're trying to manipulate, and this is a bear.
Bear's quite heavy. Okay, that's.
I'm going to suggest that you're probably gonna have, unless you
Probably
get
not
really
skilled
good
enough.
stunt points, you're probably not gonna have enough. You're probably gonna fail at casting that.
Great. I don't know what else my character would do then.
You can turn yourself invisible.
I was going to say the only other thing I can think that she could do is turn herself invisible.
To be fair, that would be terrible for Carenza because she's standing there hoping to defend you.
I
The
was
bird's just
yeah.
flown off into the air. Carenza disappears in a puff. All Durettis
I'm
needs to do is run
pretty
the other way. And it's
sure.
like, no!
I would turn myself invisible at this point then.
You
I
do
can't
you,
actually help.
Carenza. You do you.
Okay, so Carenza, to turn yourself invisible, you need to make a toughness test to bend light around yourself, making you difficult, if not impossible to see. You need to pass on a toughness 11.
Okay, so do I do test toughness
Do
or cast spell?
cast spell, because it's not a fatigue test yet. I will double.
I got 10, but I also got a stunt point.
Did you? Okay, yeah. So you can use that. Do you remember the stunt points from last time?
Hold on, let me look up arcane stunts. I think so. I can use one of them to increase it by 1.
Correct.
And
Bringing
then,
it
of
to
course,
the
I
target
think I
number.
actually get it to 12. I think because my powers means it just automatically adds another one.
I believe that is correct. Yes.
Yeah, so it actually.
Well
gets to
done.
12.
You are top of the class for remembering your skills and abilities.
Yay!
I mean, not everyone has been yet in the turn order, so maybe
So
I'm speaking too hasty.
yeah, I got 12 essentially using my stunt point.
Good. I'm just going
Does that mean I
to.
go invisible?
It should do. Let me just find the spell because. So I'm slightly distracted here at the same time because while I've got these spells open, one of my actual cats in the house has cast a spell called Stink Bomb. Is where it uses its ass to make a really
Yeah.
cloying mist and vapor that surrounds the home and invades my lungs. So yeah, toughness 11 to use, and for invisibility, you bend light around yourself, rendering you difficult, if not impossible, to see for as long as you concentrate to maintain it, and concentrate is a minor action on your turn.
Okay.
Your arcane test result becomes the target number for perception. Seeing tests detect you. Yeah, that's if they're trying to see you. Yeah, an opponent's unable to see you have a -2 penalty to their attack roll against you, assuming they know the general direction to attack in at all. So for future, if they know roughly where you are when you turn invisible, they can make an attack in that.
Try.
Yeah, they can still try, but generally, if you move out the way after that, I'm probably going to say you're as good as invisible to them. It's only if you turn invisible and stay exactly where you are.
Okay. Well, that was a major action, so I was then going to move as my minor action. I don't quite know where I'm moving, but
you can move where you like. Maybe not into the bear because it can still feel you.
I'm probably going to try and go through the trees and go past the bear.
Okay. I'm going to say going through the trees is difficult terrain, so count each tree as each square as 4 yards instead of 2.
Okay. Oh, is this?
If you're
okay.
In
How many
the
yards
trees.
can I go?
You should have a movement speed of 10, if I'm correct.
It says 11. Is that yards?
Yes, that's 11 yards.
So I can actually go 5.5. All right, I will just go.
Round up.
Yeah, I will just go 2 boxes.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
And I'm there, and then turn to make sure I'm keeping an eye on everybody else.
Okay.
And
Perfect.
I'm invisible.
Durettis.
Right. In this foliage back over this way, do I see any behind the bear. Do I see any loose branches of not necessarily considerable size, but the goal being that with my ability to move objects, I strike the bear from behind and try and divert his attention.
Yes, you can try that. There would be. It's wintertime, so there's a lot of just loose sticks and foliage just on the ground, and that would be very, very light. So we'd be talking about using your skill at a very basic level. So what is the name of the spell again you're casting here? Just so I can...
It is called. Sorry,
Move
I just
object, I
closed
believe.
I think it is just called move object.
Yeah,
Yeah,
move
one I
object.
considered
So
using to pin it down.
so the mass, the target number for a thing of £2, and we'll say that light dead wood is going to be less than £2. I'm not really good with weights. How heavy is £2?
Well, that'd be fair.
2 pounds is a whole kilogram
Yeah,
ish.
yeah. How heavy do you think the bear would be? Just so I'm actually getting my ideas.
Probably in the
200?
region of about. Yeah, probably that. I can
Yeah,
Google
so
if
you would
you'd
have had
like.
to roll a 21 to reach the bear for yours if you had tried it, Jess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
so-
bears are around 600 pounds.
Oh, okay, so that would have been...
4 to
Six.
600.
Okay, so that would have been around 40 something. You'd have
Brown
needed to
bear
roll.
is somewhere between 160 and 1,200 pounds. Apparently,
That's a very big. That's a very.
really big
That's
range.
a how long is a length of
That's a
string
really
kind of
big
thing.
range.
Anyway, I'm
Yeah.
going to say you've got a target number of 9 to reach with that.
Hi, Butterbuds.
Hey,
Hi,
Papa.
Buddle.
Puddles! Okay, so right, so I just click on the cast spell.
Yep.
All right.
Get in.
12. Yeah, so you have done that. So thrown objects, striking with objects, you can hurl objects at opponents. This requires an attack roll using intelligence shaping, and the object deals 1d6 damage on a successful toughness 11 move object test. And we'll say you've done that already because of that. Plus 1d6 per 2 outcome. So you'd need to pick up the object first and then strike with it. So you picked up the object.
Mm-hmm.
You know what objects are that would imply... Yeah, okay. Well, actually just say you've done that because I'm actually thinking that this is actually only for lighter things anyway. So you've passed it with 1 degree of outcome. So you just get the basic thing here. So you do 1d6 damage if you would like to roll a d6.
2.
2 damage.
Andrew,
Okay.
did I
Yes.
need to do a fatigue test?
For what you just did, you did the light shaping, didn't you?
Yeah.
Fatigue test, see things. I don't know, is the honest answer. This is the joys of having a DM who this is his first time with the actual materials and using the rules. It does say that fatigue test, there is a test for toughness, see description. Oh, okay, so that means you would have needed to take a fatigue test. I'm going to say do it on your next turn.
Okay. Cool.
I'm just winging some of these things at the moment, but it's not being too direct with me. So on your next turn, we'll make you take a fatigued test on it. You can create a bunch of them.
And how about for the move objects?
Move objects. Again, the fatigue test is see description. So I think you do. I think it is just literally the same thing as before. So
Because it has a little die thing I can roll right next to the fatigue
Yeah.
test. It says test TN.
yeah. So yeah. If the fatigue is TN, then that is the toughness of the test to beat is also the fatigue toughness you need
so
to do.
I need to roll again for the
Yeah,
fatigue.
so both of you need to roll again for your
With a
fatigue
test,
now.
test thingy?
Yeah, so right, so Drevettis has done fatigue check for move object, and Karenzi, you've done yours for light shaping, and you've done very well on yours.
Oh, I got
You've
6
got-
more stun points.
Yes, I don't know what
Amazing.
you do with those for fatigue
Okay.
tests, because I guess that might go into the Arcana. But either way, both of you still
SP cost
pass
6.
your.
You automatically pass any fatigue test associated with using this arcane. I can use it as a stunt point cost 6 effortless arcana. You automatically pass any fatigue test associated with using this arcanum.
Oh yeah, that would do.
There we go.
Yeah, okay, so there's stuff for that as well. Great. Good. So 2 damage to the bear. Everyone's passed their fatigue tests, and now it is bear's turn. And the bear didn't really suffer much from those branches hitting it. If anything, it's just sort of shaken its fur off, and it is just going to advance on Ziska now, and it is going to charge.
Bring it there.
So it's going to move up to half its speed in yards and then make an immediate attack against an adjacent enemy, and it has a +1 bonus on its attack roll. But Ziska, do you have your stuff up so we can work out how big your defense actually is now?
Oh, yeah, I'm on the powers thing. Is that what you still want me to be?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a +2 defense bonus because I'm using my weapon and shield style.
Okay, so you've got a +2 defense bonus, and you've got another +2 defense bonus
Yes,
because of
I'm
your
actively
thing.
defending.
So your bonus right now, you always get a +1 bonus for that, so that should be 15. So you should have 17 as your defense at the moment, which is the number it needs to beat to hit you.
Okay.
On
This is
3d6.
the advantage of having. And what is its attack? Let's get his stats up. What's your attacks, Miss Bear? And the bear swipes at you, and its claws bash into your shield, which is raised high and ready, and it does no damage.
Yay! Go
Thank
Because
Ziska!
you are defending. Good choice. Okay, Micah.
My car. Right.
Oh my god.
My car.
That has to be a thing now.
Oh, right. Back to action. Right. I would like to know whether I can dive and attempt to shit in its face, in the bear's face, purely because I believe Micah had rather a lot of food the night before.
I mean, you can try it. Like, I'm gonna. I'm just trying to think how this would work. Right, yeah, you can try that. Let's do the fighting bit first, and then we'll deal with the shit storm afterwards.
Great.
Just because I actually have quantifiable rules which tell me what happens when you dive and attack an enemy.
Okay.
I don't have.
Right.
You're going to have to improvise the rules for shitting on it.
For this specific scenario.
And, you know, that's one of the perils of being just part of this group generally, no matter which stream you're on.
Yeah. Yeah, I made David come up with rules for dropkicking kobolds, so...
How do I dive? How do I dive? What do I click?
Right, so for dive, you just get. Sorry, I've got everyone's character sheets open here, so I am a mess of trying to find where people are. So Micah again, character sheet, and we need the actions open. Where are the actions? Where are they? Right, so dive then. Here we go. So a character that was flying high or circling the previous round can dive this round. A character that was circling can move a number of yards equal to their flying speed, and you're moving straight down, so it's fine, and make a melee attack against an opponent on the ground. A character who was flying high can move blah, 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 blah. In either case, the attack can take place at any point in the character's movement and receives a +1 bonus on the melee attack roll and damage roll. At the end of the dive, the character is roughly 3 yards off the ground, just as if it had taken the fly action. So I would suggest you use your Ziska. Why is your character sheet still up? Go away. Micah, you should probably use your bite attack because that uses your dexterity rather than your fight. So that's going to be better for you. You basically get a +5 to your roll, but it's going to be +1 again because you're diving.
Right.
But you're going to have to keep that in mind because the rules don't have a thing for this on the Roll20.
Right, so I just click the dice next to roll.
Yeah, so click the dice next to roll for the bite attack.
Come up.
Okay.
Cool.
And you get a +1 to that because of your diving. So
Nice.
18.
Is 18. And the
Cool.
bear, have you got past its defenses? Yes, you have.
Get in.
Woohoo. And
So-
I've got 6 stunt points. I don't know what that means.
No, you
but
don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't have stunt dice, unfortunately. Stunt die
Oh.
only appear if on Roll20 actually you only know you've got stunt points if your thing is in blue, but you get stunt points for having doubles on your dice.
Oh, okay.
So if you had stunt points, you would have had 4 of them
wow.
because your drama die is 4, but because nothing's matching, you don't have any. Sorry.
Oh, well.
So
Now
roll for your
for the-
damage.
Oh,
He's still got
damage.
17.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And damage.
Oh.
Ooh. So on a 1d6, you rolled 2, and then you have a -1, but you also get a +1 from your dive, so that actually becomes 2.
Okay.
So that's another 2 damage to the bear. Yeah, one of the things with your character, because you're a rye creature raven, you don't have a lot of strength going on. So because you've got so much going on with your dexterity, you're very good at actually hitting stuff, but you have a minus to your damage because you're not very strong, which is something. Hopefully you can
Thank you,
fix
another
as you
unique.
level up.
You just gave Puddle Butts a subscription. That's
Oh,
true. Game.
that's 2 in a night.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Can I attempt to shit on its face?
You can attempt to shit on its face, yes.
Don't know what I need to roll.
You need to roll 3d6, and you'll just have to do this through the Roll20 command.
3d6. 10.
I'm going to give that to you because I also feel quite bad for you now as well, because I've just realized something else. So
Oh, no.
there, and this is something else which, again, first combat of a new rules thing. So armor in this game goes slightly different to AC in D&D. Armor in this game doesn't help defend you. It just takes points off the damage you receive.
Oh, okay.
And this bear, I've just remembered, looking at its stats sheet, has an armor rating of 2, which means all the damage done to it so far has been negated.
Oh.
Because you've only done 2 damage to it each time, and it's got a natural armor of 2. So far we've got a very healthy bear.
But
This is hard.
I have successfully shat in its face. Right.
You have
Oh, there's
successfully
that.
shat
Yes.
in its face.
Aha! Aha! Take that! Caw, caw.
I had completely forgotten about that, and when I saw the armor thing, I was like, oh no. Oh
Fine.
no.
Led us into a false sense of security.
It's now a blind bear.
It's
One would
not
hope.
blind,
It's
but
got
it's
shoes on.
Oh,
it's just
It's a
slightly whiter than before. It's closer to being a
sneaky
polar
bear.
bear than it was a minute ago. Ziska, you are up.
Hair and
I am
scratches.
up. Okay, so I'm presuming that if I attempted to move anywhere, this bear would just have at me.
Attacks of opportunity aren't really covered in the rules, I don't think. But
Okay.
I'm going to say that for purposes of just sort of role play, yeah, the bear's probably not going to
Just let
let
me
you
move.
just have a clear pass on getting away.
Okay.
Is Ziska about to lose the polar bear game?
Well, you know, it's all about octonauts in our house, so you know, it's all about the polar bears here in real life.
Stop
Right.
pandering to the bear. That's a pun.
Okay. All right. So, being as the bear has actively attacked, I need to kind of really show it that I'm literally not going to just lie down and let it eat me. So it's sort of like go away.
Okay.
So I want to kind of I better attack it, but I'm still gonna because I was like, can someone get some food as a more adequate distraction, please?
Okay, and you are still in weapon and shield style, so you. Oh no, at novice you only get the bonus. Do you have another style? Oh, you have thrown weapon style.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to help where you are.
Yeah, I mean, I've got armor training, but that's just not without suffering a penalty.
That just allows you to wear your armors without any penalties. No, I think
Yeah.
you're probably not. You've still got your shield style up though, so you're still getting a +2 bonus to your defense.
Now, if I wanted to use one of my spears,
Yeah.
am I going to be at a disadvantage because I'm right next to the thing?
No, because hunters' spears can be used two ways. So they have range where you throw them,
Okay.
but they're also still spears, so you can still use them for close range, sort of Spartan stabby stabs. So where you are, you're just not throwing it.
Okay.
But the roll is the same.
Okay. So I wouldn't get I obviously wouldn't get a style for that because my style is in thrown weapon.
You would also need to change your style up, so you'd have to enter thrown weapon
Oh.
style and lose your weapon and shield style.
Right.
And your weapon and shield style right now seems to be doing you quite well.
Right. Okay. Fair enough then. Sorry, just trying to clarify so I don't do something and it's like face plants. So if I can do one. Well, I can't really probably ready because both my hands are something. Okay. Unless what I could potentially do, if I could sort of like just keep on doing what I'm doing, but what I could do, I could prepare to I could do like the minor action prepare an attack if and then I could do it almost like an opportunistic thing. So for example,
you're going to see if it attacks you again, you're going to attack it.
Yeah, because really what I'm thinking, what Ziska's thinking in there is like, if this bear is hungry, if we can provide it with an alternate source of food, i.e. not us, and the bear could very well leave us alone. So if we don't have to take down the bear when it's just doing something natural, so I probably would just rather only attack it if it's going to go for me, or say if he takes a swipe at Micah, or somebody else. If that would work. Do you think that would work?
So you're basically going to prepare and just see where it goes and have your major action ready for if you need it.
Yeah, so I'd like to prepare a melee attack.
That's fine.
So I think that's what I'm going to. But I have actually shouted the instructions. I'm hoping somebody is going to listen and try and use some of our supplies to try and give this bear another alternative route out, so we don't actually have to, do ourselves a mischief. So we're not in an adequate position to help Marcus and his Rye Wolf companion, because we've just got busted up by a bear.
Okie dokie. Right, so you're prepared, and we'll come back to you on the bear's turn, depending on what the bear does. Carenza, you are invisible.
Yes.
What mischief would you like to perform?
I'm not entirely sure. I was thinking sneak up on it and smack it with something, but now that Ziska's yelled find an alternative food source, I think I'm going to be a little bit flustered by that. I'm going to be a bit like, I left most of my food behind, I think, at the cabin.
You did give quite a bit of food to Galfie when you saw her situation, so I'd say your rations at the moment, if you gave up the rations you have left, you're not going to have any more for the rest of this journey.
Right, okay.
If you're considering it enough to placate a big bear, like you can't just throw it one little bit of sandwich and hope that's enough. You would have to lose the rest of your things and hope that you're near enough that you're not going to have to take another meal.
Right, okay.
Wolf Song said hydrate, by the way.
I've already finished my drink.
Liquid!
I'm going to pretend to drink. Me. Empty bottle taste.
Love the taste of dry plastic.
Right. In that case, if I can't actually do what I've been asked to do, I am probably going to try and kind of sneak up an attack in some kind of... I think I've got to use a minor action to stay invisible.
That would be your concentration, yes.
Okay.
And then I'm kind of like, what can I do on top of that?
I would try maybe using your... If you wanted to go right up close to it and you don't mind losing your invisibility because it will count as an attack, your two best things might be using cold shaping or fire shaping from your spells list.
Oh, can I do 2 spells at once?
No, either or. I'm just saying that you have options there in those which would probably get you through. So cold shaping, you could use frostbite, which would be at toughness 11 to cast, but it has no fatigue test. Lower the temperature of an area a foot across intensely enough to deal 1d6 penetrating damage, plus 1d6 per 2 degrees of success. So every 2 points above 11 that you make, you do another
1d6
d6 of damage. So if you can
that sounds like quite a good one.
Yeah, or you could use ignite fire for fire shaping, which is major action. Set any flammable action in any flammable object, and I count theirs as flammable objects in any reality, in your line of sight on fire with a toughness 13 fire shaping pest. Enemies take 2d6 fire damage and are then on fire.
Okay. I don't think I want to set it on fire because that's dangerous in a forest.
Yes.
So I'm thinking frostbite then.
Cool. So roll for cast spell, and there's no fatigue test on this one. So
I'm assuming I'll stop being invisible at that point.
You will stop being invisible at that point because you're no longer concentrating on your...
But I'm going to be behind it and kind of out the way?
You're going to be behind it, so...
Okay. It's not likely to come and attack me anyway.
Yeah.
I got 16.
That is very good. So that would be 1d6 at 11, another d6 at 13, another d6 at 15. So you're doing 3d6 penetrating damage. And penetrating means that it ignores armor.
Yes. Good choice.
Yes.
9.
Wow.
That is decent. The bear is officially damaged.
Yay!
And there was much rejoicing.
I basically just made it a polar bear.
Yes. It looks like a polar bear, and now it feels like a polar bear.
Gonna give us an even frostier reception now.
And I believe that was one of your wild arcanes, wasn't it?
Yes, it is one of my wild arcanes.
Now, I need to read what that means, because that might mean I have to have you make a test.
It
A
does.
very,
I
very
think.
fun test.
Wild Arcane.
Is this like
When under stress, threatened, physically or mentally damaged, or in other circumstances at the narrator's discretion, make a TN13 willpower self-discipline test with an additional +1 for each previous success. If you fail one of your arcana, the narrator's choice activates randomly.
Ah, that's only when you're under stress, though.
Yeah,
Ah.
this is
Yeah,
my
you've
first
not
ever
been
fight.
physically. Yeah, you haven't been. You actually want me to do this? Fine,
Yeah.
fine. We're going
Yeah.
for it. If you want me to go
This
with it,
is-
I was gonna give you a free ride because you're behind a bear and not actually being attacked by it. But you know,
I suppose
you
I
want.
could have felt quite comfortable with being invisible while I did this.
I mean, how do you feel about hurting a bear?
Well, it's trying to eat Ziska, so I'm probably a bit like, just go for it.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna say you don't have to take the test unless for
Okay.
some odd reason you want to.
No, it's fine. I won't this time.
Okay. If the bear attacks you, you probably will then
Yeah.
have to take
Yeah.
one. But no, you
Yeah.
don't have to take one right now.
Okay.
Duettist.
do I have any food items that I think would distract the bear?
Only what is in your packs, which the villagers gave you, and as I said, that's already been diminished by everyone giving food to Galfi. So you only just have basic sort of bread, cheese supplies, but again, not in enough quantities for a hungry bear to really care about when at the moment it still sees you as good targets for a meal.
Chocolate or rum? Chocolate, honey. The
Right.
suggestions are chocolate, rum, chocolate, and honey. Fish.
Fish. I don't really see that
You
I
might have rum
anything...
flavored chocolates. That would be nice.
Rum
I
and
would
raisin.
not waste those things.
Ooh.
Right. So, let me see. Is movement is a major action? Or is that minor?
Move is a minor action. It's
Minor.
running, which is a major action,
Gotcha.
which is kind of basically like the D&D thing of you move
Dash.
and then you dash again.
Right. Okay, so I'm assuming that if I move here and here, you're gonna give that rough terrain as well. So I can
Yeah.
move
If you
2
move through,
squares?
if you basically move anywhere which isn't on the slightly brown path, then you're going at a thing. So
Okay.
treat each square there as double.
Great. I'll do this, and now I'm gonna pick up a stick from this side and try and do the same.
You're using move object again, are you?
Move object again, yeah.
Okay. Just going onto your character sheet a sec. And you can start casting the spell if you want. I'm just curious about something.
Pew. 4 stunt points. 16, 4 stunt.
Oh, excellent.
So,
So
let
you
me-
have passed in getting the object and throwing it. So what we do now is if you want to go onto... What are you getting those stunt points for?
He's got 2 4s, isn't he?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I was looking at the previous... For some reason, I was looking at Corenza's cold shaping thing before, and I was trying to understand why that was a something. So yeah, you've got 2 4s there. So if you want to go into your handouts and look at your arcane stunts, and we'll see what we can do for you. We know you've passed the test.
Bear said, love the magic words. Pew.
Thanks, Castellan.
For some reason, one thing my wife does every time she tries to enact Indiana Jones sort of whip, she always does a pew action when she goes. What does she go?
It's going to be whooper, surely.
Oh.
Whooper.
I have to ask which
So-
it is.
I'm gonna go ahead and use 2 points. So I get 4. Can I use 2 cost?
Yeah.
Stunts?
Your stunt points can be spread across the spectrum. As long as you have them, you can use them on different ones.
Great. So if I use skillful channeling, reduce the fatigue target by 2,
Yeah.
and then mighty arcana will give me an extra d6 damage.
Nice. Yeah, that's a very strong use of it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do the damage first.
Okay. So that's 2d6. Right? Because you had d6 last time.
Yeah.
Okay, this 9.
Woohoo!
Yes.
So that's at 18 damage now. This bear is starting, although this isn't penetrating, so that does go down by 2 because of natural armor. So
7.
that becomes 7. Okay, but very good. That's damage. The bear is slightly more annoyed now.
Okay,
And would
then,
you like to take your fatigue test? And remember, your number is reduced by 2.
and the original test was 9, correct?
I believe so. It was on your sheet, so I think you could
Well,
just make
you
a
had said
test
because
on
it's
me.
light.
Oh yeah, it's 9. Yeah, sorry, it's the toughness of the thing you're moving.
So I got a 12.
Yep, you are fine. You are not fatigued by throwing branches with your mind.
Good.
And the bear. So the bear is feeling pretty hurt and annoyed at the moment, and is going to make a snap at. I think it has 2 targets. It feels would be good about now. It's going to try and make a snap at Micah,
Ooh.
who has
Okay.
come out of the air and looks to be a rather easier meal than the others because of its relative size.
Is it at this point
Rude.
would I be able to do my?
You would be able to intervene and do your action now if you wished.
Yeah, because.
And I would say if you attacked the bear now, the bear's attack would then move on to you because you're at the forefront of its mind if you attack it now.
Right. Okay. Well, I'd rather it came at me rather than Micah. So do I click the roll thing next to my hunter's spear? Is it?
Yeah.
15.
Okay.
15, you have hit.
Okay, and then I roll the damage. Yes. So it's
9.
7.
Nice.
So it's going to be 7, I
Yeah,
presume.
it becomes 7. Yeah. So. So yeah, that's quite a bit of damage there, and you definitely have the bear's attention. The bear is going to try and claw at you now.
Yeah, I was going to say over here to get its attention.
Yeah.
Its attention
So
to be back on
You
me.
only have an additional. What's your normal toughness? You should be at.
My normal tough. Oh, hang on now. Where would I find mine?
Your normal. Sorry, I should say your normal. Right, I've got it. So your defense is 14, but it's
14.
15 at the moment because
Yes,
you're
because
in
my
that style,
shield.
so you're getting an extra +1 from your shield as opposed to the normal. So it has 15 to beat. The joys of adding. And it has failed to hit you again. And that is starting to worry the bear slightly.
Can the LBs get conviction from the chat? I'm assuming so. Like inspiration, conviction.
Yes. I do need to work out what we're doing about conviction at some point, because conviction points you do need to spend, and I did say that you've got handouts for what you can do with your conviction, but one thing I am getting worried about is that you can use conviction to avoid death.
Ooh,
and if you have
okay.
enough conviction points, it's going to make all tests in this game rather redundant.
Okay.
Oh no, hold on. Spending a conviction point automatically stabilizes a dying character at 0 health. So that's you using it on someone else, which implies you need to be next to them.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, that's not so bad. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you have another conviction points, and remember to use up the conviction thing for if you want
what
to.
else can we use conviction for? Is that
So, okay, I'll
handout?
just go over that quickly anyway, because, again, first combat of the game. So, you can use conviction to re-roll any one dice that you make. So, you could use that on your damage dice, any dice. You can spend a conviction point to gain the benefit of a defend action,
Nice.
+2 to your defense in combat. You can do a surge, spend a conviction point, can give you an extra major action or minor action in a turn. You can recover, you can spend a conviction to gain 1d6 plus constitution plus level in health. You can survive, which we just said is stabilizing a dying character at 0 health. And you can spend 10 points of conviction to counteract the accumulation of 1 corruption point if you have gained corruption. But none of you are corrupt yet.
Great.
Yet.
because you haven't done anything too naughty.
No. And this is self-defense at the moment.
Yes. Okay, so the bear has attacked. Micah, it's back to you.
Right. Do we know what the what the dexterity of the bear is?
Yeah. I mean, I would say you don't know because none of you are like hunters. So I could tell you what it is, but I don't feel like you just know that.
No,
But it's a
just-
bear. It's a bear at the end of the day. It's big. It's lumbering. I'm not going to tell you what its dexterity actually is, but it's sort of a big lumbering creature. It's winter. It's a little bit groggy.
It's,
Make of that what
I
you
have
will.
one of my powers is pinpoint attack, and once per round you can add 1d6 damage to a successful attack if your dexterity is greater than that of the target of your attack.
My goodness, we should have done that last round as well. Yeah, because
Yes,
that's every round
yes.
you get to do that. Well done for
Yes.
reading your rules.
Yeah.
I am going to give you a conviction point for reading your own rules.
Yay!
It saves me a lot of work when people read their own rules. Okay, yeah.
Hence why I was asking about the dexterity.
Yeah, no, that is fine. And I can tell you, I won't tell you what the bear's dexterity is, but I can tell you that Micah's is better.
Okay.
And to be honest, the
great.
way Micah's character sheet has been made, you're better than a lot of things, generally.
Awesome.
I don't think there's many
Right.
things in this game that can beat your dexterity at your level. I mean, you've got a 5 for your dexterity, so...
Okay, that's good. Right.
So, yes, if you want to make your attack, and then we'll see how you do.
Yes.
Are you making an attack, or are you flying high again? Because you could just make an attack from where you are now, and it would...
Well, Micah feels like this going in the favor of the group, so Micah is going to bite again.
Okay. Yeah, and that is another very good hit. So you can roll your regular thing, but you get another d6 damage on top of it because of your pinpoint attack.
Great. So should I just roll 2d6
Yeah, roll 2d6.
minus 1?
Minus 1 because of your strength.
Yeah.
That'll only apply to the one die, though. Eight damage, which becomes
Nice.
6 damage because of the armor.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
That was such an evil laugh.
I'm a crow and I'm taking down an effing bear. Come on.
I mean, you are doing a very good job taking down this bear, to be fair. Ziska, you are up again.
Oh gosh, yeah, I forgot. I
Yeah, you had a
did
ready
it.
action.
Okay. So is the bear's attention still on me, sir?
Yeah, pretty much. Within the turn of the thing, it might swing to Micah, but it's currently still mostly on you.
Right. Okay. Okay. I would probably. You said it's looking quite worse for wear.
I would say if you, from what you can see, and being that you're from a sort of warrior community of fighters, you would know at this point that the bear is probably yeah. If bloodied were a thing, thank you. If bloodied were a thing, this bear is looking like it's taken as much damage as it would probably want to take while successfully leaving the encounter and licking off its wounds, and it's starting to sort of look a little bit like it's sort of unsure whether to press forward or back off now.
Okay, so being as I've identified that, I think what Ziska will probably do is she'd probably just do like as much of a blood curdling like roar to kind of like indicate that she is not taking this lying down. It's like if she's thinking that the bear is having second thoughts, if she can sort of assert that she's actually a lot tougher than obviously this bear.
Yeah,
and then just sort of like show that she's not going to be moving anyway. Like, I don't want to be killing this bear just for the sake of killing it. If it's willing to go off on its own terms, I'd much rather that rather than just kill it for the sake of killing it.
Yeah, can you make a... I'm torn between you can make this fighting. Make this a fighting roll, because as much as I would say this is communication, this is more about sort of being angry and tough. So
okay, I just click on
one
fighting.
which has got the better roll. Yeah, so just click on fighting and make a roll.
And I think that worked so well for me before. 14.
14. Okie dokie. Yeah, so the bear, on hearing you roar, it's not its turn yet, but you notice it lower its head and make a sort of, and it's sort of turning its head away slightly and beginning to look like it wants to shuffle off in some other direction. But there are still...
said conviction for the roar.
Yes.
Yes, conviction for the roar. You do know where to find your conviction points in your character sheets, don't you?
Yes.
Yes.
Good, because I
Thank
don't.
you. I think we found that the button to click it to add it to the front page of the character sheets. Okay, so there's a potential that it's looking like it's changing its mind, but I think if it's sort of like turning to shuffle away, I would probably, if it's not going to look like I'm going to be instigating it to attack, I'd probably want to move to place myself sort of like in between Doretis and Corenza with my shield still up. So if it decided to think, unprotected humans, kind of, or unprotected, like, I'll have a swipe at them, I can still be like, no, you walk on now, walk on there, if that's permissible.
Chaotic Bifector, yes, we're still fighting the bear.
Yeah. We are still fighting a bear.
Most of it is my fault. Most of it is my fault because this is the first combat we've ever done with Blue Rose, so there's a lot of going back to rules and double checking things and re-remembering bits.
Yeah, okay, so would it be possible then for me to then use a minor action to move, to place myself in front of Corenza and Doretis, and then do defend, so if the bear does decide it's not quite hard enough, that it's still got to go through me first?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, I think that is what I'd like to do. And just have my game face on, say like, don't think about it, keep walking,
It is bloodied a thing in Blue Rose. I don't think so.
Not exactly. Okay, so Doretis, you are up, I believe. Wait, is it? No, is it
Corenza?
Yeah,
Corenza's
Corenza,
turn.
sorry.
I'm not entirely sure what to do because I don't want to kill it either, really, but I want to encourage it to go away.
Well, you probably again have the idea that it's probably looking to go away. I mean, it depends whether you feel damaging it further is going to encourage it to move away faster, or whether it's going to encourage it to go the other way and double down.
Can I do something that might make it jump and back away? Like do some kind of, because I've got light shaping, can I make like a bright flash appear in front of us?
Yes, you can do things to just sort of add to the general wonderment of your party and group.
Yeah, can I do something like that then? Some kind of flash of light, as bright as possible.
So, Corenza, your
in
light
front of the
shaping it's toughness 11 to create realistic 3D images of light occupying up to a 10-foot cube, and that gets tougher the bigger the space you're using, but I'm imagining you don't need to use a space bigger than 10 foot. I don't need to do anything
quite that big, to be honest.
To be honest, if you're just wanting to illuminate the space and make a bright light, toughness 7.
Okay, just a bright light right in front of me.
Yeah, just make a cast spell and the toughness to beat is 7.
Cool.
And that'll be the same for your fatigue test, I guess.
I got 12 and 3. I will
3 for your fatigue test.
3 stunt points.
Oh, right, okay, that's fine.
I will probably use the stunt points to reduce the fatigue.
Okay. Yeah, so that's arcane stunt, so you're just going to reduce the fatigue target number by 2, right?
Yeah.
with skillful channeling. And do you have something which makes skillful channeling better as a Vata?
I thought it was just
Am I right with
powerful
that?
channeling. Hold on.
It's just powerful channeling, is it?
What would it be under powers?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, it only costs me 1 skill point instead of 2. Skillful channeling.
Oh, good. So you could use that twice to get double the bonus.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, I'd say so. There's nothing.
Well,
I'll have to double check on that, but I don't think there's anything which says that you can't use the same one more than once if you have.
Okay, in that case, I
things
could use
for
it 3 times because I have 3 skill
Sweet.
points.
Yeah,
Which
Yeah,
would
I'd say
reduce
that
the
makes
fatigue
sense.
target number to 1, which means I'm automatically going to pass it.
yeah.
Nice.
And you know what, considering how many things have fatigue tests in there, that kind of makes some kind of sense. I'll double check all these. I'm making a small bank of rules I need to check later, but
In that
for
case,
now I'm going to say yeah.
I'm going to assume that therefore that reduces it to 1, and I pass the fatigue, and I make a light appear.
Yeah, humor me and roll the dice anyway, just in case you get 3 ones together. That would be a
Okay.
critical fail.
Or is that a critical fail, is
Ouch.
it? Okay.
I'm just deciding it will be. Just because if you roll 3 natural ones, you deserve to fail.
No.
There we go.
Dude.
But then
12.
she'd also get a stunt point.
Yep.
Okie dokie. Right, so that light is cast. Duretis. The bear, also on seeing the light again, is backing off a little further. It's still not its turn, but it's definitely sort of shirking off now in the direction of the woods.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I need to do anything else to convince this bear to go away. I think the bear is happy to go away now. Oh no, I have to touch it. Never mind. I was gonna be like, cure the bear on the way out, but not gonna, because I'd have to touch it, and I'm not gonna do that.
Can't touch this.
Don't touch this.
So yeah, I'm going to run. If you are prone, I'm not prone, but I know this first step would be 4 yards.
Yeah.
And then 2.
Yeah.
To 6, 8.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
8. I'm gonna go ahead and stop there. Kind of turn back around.
Cool. Okay, brilliant.
And then as a minor action, can I guard up?
Yeah, you can guard up. There's a thing for that.
That's kind of what I wanted to do. So I'm going to add a +2 to my defense until the end of the round.
Yeah, you also get something else from that, don't you?
Well, I suffer
You
the
suffer
amount I
minus
choose
something,
a penalty on all tests that I make.
Yeah.
But it would give me 2 to the defense because I'm basically
You're probably not going to have it ending up in a communications test of the bear anytime soon. So
exactly. So I've got my walking stick up, kind of in the show of defense.
Yeah. So the bear at this point is pretty much done thinking of you guys as an easy meal, and it runs off as far as it can down the path. Oh, I'm moving Micah now because it's on top of the bear, but it runs down the path into the trees, and assuming you do not follow it, it disappears into legend.
Oh yeah.
Hey!
We succeeded! We survived a bear attack! I'm just gonna be like, yay! And then sit down on the floor exhausted. That was, yay, but no! That was scary.
Yeah, is this sort of like gonna sort of like exhale, like really, like
barely
like
made it.
think badumch, thinking that could have been so much worse, and she's sort of gonna like put a spear back, and she's gonna turn around and be like, "Everyone okay?" Just checking that everyone's all right and nobody's actually come to harm.
A
Gradually
certain
going
other
home.
bear in the chat has said that if we had killed the bear, the stream might have died too.
Oh.
It's all right. We didn't kill the bear. We just deterred
So-
it.
I'll kind of come back toward the group.
We sent it into hibernation.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, I think this is a
You
good
have
point for
all
a
done
break.
quite so well. I am admiring and appreciative of all your skills that we have brought together today. If only this were the test that we were going to face, the only test, the hardest of tests. But alas, I fear we shall see far worse.
Yeah,
Shall
that
we
was a
travel?
Karenza's
that
just
was a
going to
close
pat
one.
you on the shoulder. Be like, it's okay. We made it.
This
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, just-
We barely made it according to chat.
yeah. That's worthy of the pungeon right there.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm going to
Also,
solid.
highly inaccurate of how you did that combat. Did anyone take damage?
Nope.
Nope.
No. That bear really did not do much with its time there. I doubt he'll make it through another season even without that, considering. Anyway, should we take a break there before we carry on looking
Yes.
for our lost youth?
Yes!
That
Well,
is
that
definitely
was
interval time. We will
Yes.
be back after a short interval. Well, some of us will probably stay,
Let's
but
get interval.
generally.
Interval. I wanna get interval.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like it's just you and me.
Aha!
Yeah,
So
what can we get up to?
Do you have any announcements? Any books
I have a book
releasing?
out in 5 days. Dragon and
Yay!
Shadow and Air 5 is out in 5 days. I was meant to make a link. I forgot the link again. I'm not very organized.
That's
It's quite
okay.
possible that 6 is now up for pre-order as well. Let me refresh the page and see if 6 is now there. Is 6 there? No, maybe not. What's the title of 6?
I could look at your Discord
Yeah, no, it's
because
alright.
I
It's not there
saw
yet.
book covers.
Yes. If anyone wants to see the book cover, they would have to go to my Discord for 6, 7, and 8.
That's
No.
right.
6 is not up yet for pre-order, but it should be by the end of the day. But 5 is out in only 5 days. There's the link to 5.
How many is 5? Today's Wednesday.
Monday.
So
It's out on Monday.
next Monday.
Mm,
Awesome.
yeah. I've got a Monday release this time.
That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Gives it all week to like do things.
Yeah. If the Kindle Unlimited reads counted as sales, I'd be getting close to a bestseller tag, like a proper New York Times bestseller or USA Today bestseller, but they don't count.
That's okay. That's okay. You're getting there.
Yeah.
You're getting there. Oh, I didn't tell you. I am doing a reading of Lysistrata,
Ooh.
the classic Greek comedy,
Mm.
next week.
Next week.
Yep.
On
next
Tuesday?
Tuesday. Yep. And for American folk, we do that at 7:30 Central Time. For you UK folk,
That's 1:30 in the morning
1:30 in the morning
Wednesday.
on a Wednesday. Oh, on a
Yeah.
well, yes, yeah. I guess it would be Tuesday into Wednesday. So yeah, I'm not gonna say you should stay up for that, although I'm sure it'll be lots of fun if you do. They do end up on the YouTube channel for that group
Do you have the
eventually.
YouTube one for the last one? Maybe.
I don't know yet. Let me see.
Maybe.
Yeah, where's my subscripciones? Subscribe. Let me see. I think the last one they have was King Lear, which we did about a month ago,
Okay.
which was a good one. You can read it or read it. You can watch it. But the last one we did
Not up there yet.
last week was Coriolanus, and Coriolanus is not up yet.
Okay.
And then next week is Lysistrata, and then they have a couple other for the rest of their online season.
Awesome.
And Wolf Song, and I finally got to listen to As You Like It
Yeah,
over
which
the
other
weekend
people can't listen to anymore because it's gone
because
now.
it's gone. So
Yeah.
it is.
But
It
I
is
also got
gone
to listen to it
away.
again. I listened to it twice in the end because I was quite
Nice.
cheeky because I listened to it with my ticket and then David was using his ticket in the car on the way home from something and he happened to be driving me, so I got to listen to it twice.
Nice. See, I got to listen to it twice because I got to listen to it when you guys did the watch/listen party. I can't speak today. Uh, and then I watched it, listened on a Bluetooth speaker in the living room, and it was kind of fun because my mom's like, "Man, Brian, you were so many character voices." I was like, "No, I was
Just
just
two.
two." She's like, "Really? I thought you were more." Nope, that
I
was
could tell
two.
it was only two. And you were in the
Well,
same scene as yourself at one point.
yeah, actually, in back-to-back lines,
Yeah.
that was the most fun is when you
You get to
address
talk to yourself.
yourself in different voices.
Yeah.
So
We could tell it was two different versions of you, if that helps.
yeah, well, if that's as long as it felt like something different.
Yep.
And thank you,
It was awesome.
Castellum, for saying
And
that
Wolf Song
we
was
were great.
also awesome.
Yeah.
But I felt
Yeah.
sorry for her character. She basically got taken advantage of.
Well, did she?
Yeah, a little bit.
She was just like, I'm a simple girl.
Yeah, he was totally taking advantage of her.
Yeah,
The guy
she
that
does.
married her, totally taking advantage of her.
Because he wanted to roll in the hay,
Yeah,
and she had hay to roll in.
Roland.
And so he married her with some country priest so that it would be easy to break it
Annul
off
it.
later.
Yeah. After they'd rolled in the hay.
After the roll in the hay.
Yeah.
Roll, roll, roll in the hay.
But were there any decent handbags, I ask you?
I didn't. I didn't see any.
A handbag?
A handbag.
That's like the only line I remember. We did it in high school, and that's the only line I remember.
I do love that one though.
Yeah, it's always fun when you do a show that you've done before but played a different character, because then every time you hear the other character, you go like, "Oh, I really like the way he did that. Why didn't I do that?" Or you're like, "I was way better when I did that." And I think that is the general reaction that all actors have to any performance of any kind. Um, even if it's actually, I do this even if it's a show I've never done. I look at somebody and go, I can do that. Or you go, dude,
Oh,
Just blew
I
my
could
mind.
Never. Like, I'm not, no spoilers, but Tom Hiddleston, Loki, I'm 4 episodes in, and all I can say is, holy crap, I'm
That
not
guy can act.
I'm not that guy. I can't ever be that guy. I will never be Tom Hiddleston. And that's okay. That's okay. I know who I am. But some people, you just see them on screen or on stage and you just go, wow, that's good.
I do the same thing reading certain authors. Patrick Rothfuss. I read his books and I practically stroke the pages because I'll read a couple of lines and I'll just be like, I wish I could write that well. Yeah.
On the
It
reverse
takes me
side of
ages to read a
this,
book. Yeah.
on the reverse side of this now, though, I'm going to be more scared about bringing Garner forth to sing now, knowing that you do the judgment the other way.
Okay. Let me completely say, as far as singing is concerned, I am not a singer. I don't consider myself a singer. When people ask me, I'm like, no, I really don't. I'm not a singer. I'm an actor who sometimes sings, and mostly in character. So I don't judge singing, because like those who can't like really appreciate those who do. That's how I am with singing.
Please,
fine.
more barbarian. He's more barbarian.
Oh, Barbarian is the best. The fact that we have
Yes.
pretty much created an all musical stream.
we
I
have.
think the funniest thing was it last week when I said to you, because Jess wasn't feeling well, I was like, oh, we don't have to do like a proper one. We could just do a silly like singing karaoke one, and everyone would love it. It'd be fun. It's like, oh no, I've got all this stuff planned, and then we just
And then
sang.
it was
Did
pretty
it
much just a
anyway.
karaoke one anyway.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It was amazing. I kind of love the fact that I've created this pyramid and you guys have just basically made it your personal karaoke stream. It's fine. It's great. Let's be fair, I've joined in, so I'm good with it.
It's good.
It's going to be one vote. I feel like at some point we're going to blindside you when we accidentally get through. One day we're going to be really serious for one floor, and it's going to totally confuse you, and you're just going to go, I've not prepared anything ahead of this because I wasn't expecting you to get anywhere for another 20 weeks. Normally you sing about the square you're on for that long.
Another unique has said, I can state for a fact that both Poseworth and Wolfsong can sing. At least they can sing I'm Gonna Be. They can. I heard them singing that too.
That's right. We sang that together while Wolfsong was streaming us playing Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
And
Which was also hilarious.
And if you ever, as a parent, want to know the heart of your child, play Cards Against Humanity, and then when your soul has been thoroughly drained out of your body because you're like, my daughter said that.
If you ever
Then
want
you
to be
can-
totally grossed out by your parents and how corrupt they are as well, play Cards Against Humanity with your mother.
It works both ways.
It works both ways.
It was so much fun. Yeah, and Chaotic Bifecta was with us.
Yeah.
Because we were the ones. It's actually her card thingy, got the card deck. Between that one and How Do You Meme? Is that what it's called? How Do You Meme? Yeah, that's the other one we play a lot.
Apparently there's now a kid-friendly version of Cards Against Humanity. I don't understand how there could be a kids-friendly version of that game.
I think this meant to be a family version of How Do You Meme? Because I think I sent the link to a friend of mine who's basically like, he's the meme archivist of my friends on Facebook. And yeah, then I saw it was a family-friendly version, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, we were all singing. And someday we will do our karaoke stream just as karaoke-ing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And now, back to the adventures of the Blue Rose.
Everybody's dead.
Nice.
Good night. No. So you have defeated the bear, who is also not dead, and I'm assuming you continue on your path to find Micah. You are not deterred or wanting to go anywhere else now?
No, Micah would like to fly over to Ziska and sit
Oh yeah,
on her
Marcus
shoulder
is the missing boy.
and just say thank you. Thank you for putting yourself in harm's way on behalf of me. I would like to give you a feather, a raven's feather, as a token of my appreciation and eternal gratefulness to you.
Micah is going to end up bald at this rate.
Yeah.
Because she has given away
Pretty
4
much.
feathers now within the space of a couple of days.
Okay, I've got in considering Resian culture, we consider riding animals quite important. So this is for Ziska quite a significant thing. It's like, are you sure you can spare this awakened one? Holding the feather.
Grow more. Fine.
Thank you very much. And she's going to stow it away carefully where it's not going to get damaged. So I presume, are we just going to continue upon the trail then?
Let's go find Marcus.
Okay.
Corinza will be slightly less enthusiastic now. She'll be a bit like, oh, that was not quite as fun as I thought it was going to be. Be a little bit more in the middle of the group rather than happily up the front.
Yes.
You may roll a test for that.
Roll a test for that?
Oh,
Oh, that kind of test, huh?
Well, you're saying that you are in a thing where you are apparently feeling a little stressed, so I'm going to say this is a test.
Okay.
No, this
Minus
is
13, willpower, self-discipline.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
this is now making me
How
think
do
of
I
the
do
IT
that?
crowd.
So roll the 3d6 and compare it and add your own willpower onto it. If you have self-discipline as a focus, add an additional +2. So just make it a willpower.
Okay, it's willpower.
Okay, so the good news is you've got stunt dice off of this,
Yeah, but I failed the check.
but you have failed the check. So now, as your mind wanders with fears and stresses about what other dangers may be lurking in the forest, you inadvertently unleash one of your powers.
Yeah.
This is going to be
How does this work?
strange.
As long as it doesn't kill us all, that's a bonus.
One of your
Anything else is
arcana,
plus.
the narrator's choice, activates randomly.
It is the narrator's choice, but I decided to make it random in this instance because I could just be really evil with that. Sometimes I might make it a thing, but yeah, so you are wandering through thinking about all the various fears, and all of a sudden a tiny fairy poofs into existence next to you
Okay.
and
Do I know
flutters
that I
around.
did it?
This is not the first time that you have randomly summoned fey creatures to you.
Okay. I'll be like, oh, hi! And kind of grin and say, this kind of happens occasionally. I think they like me. And tell everyone else that there's a fairy.
Everyone else can see the fairy.
I know, I'm still going to tell them there's a fairy.
Oh.
The fairy's in a small, high-pitched wheel is going to go, what do you want?
Nothing in particular. Do you want to join us?
What? You summoned me from across the realms for nothing in particular? What's wrong with you? And the fairy is going to bop you on the nose and then flitter away and then disappear.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you
I'm
could have
gonna look
asked
really
it
kind
if it
of
had any
like-
money.
Not sure what to do now.
Please don't be feeling too bad about it because I don't want to make you make another test. This could go on a while in a loop. No. So that is that and a random little happenstance as you go along. Is anyone else doing anything particular as you go along?
Ziska is probably, aware that they just came upon quite a natural predator in the woodland. She's probably just going to be quite trying to have a mix of making sure they're being intentional with where they need to go, but still scanning the area. So if anything threatening appears to be coming this way, that she's on the alert for it.
Okay, so seeing as Ziska's on the... Actually, anyone else got anything different they're doing other than being alert?
I know that I have this second sight that says you can sense the lingering effects of arcana and make a second sight to detect arcana in your vicinity. So I guess I'm just trying to see if there's anything that kind of sets off my spidey sense to some degree.
Yeah,
that I
you
can-
can be doing that along the way. So that would be Arcana for you, and that would be second sight. You're not using the signature one, so you're not looking to read signatures left behind because that's one of the toughness tests. I'm just
Right.
going to make this easy on you and just say that you sense nothing immediately in the vicinity that has happened recently. If you want to do a signature one where you see if you can read signatures left behind by old Arcana, then you can do that, but that will incur fatigue tests as you do them.
Right. Yeah. I think if we see anything that is like if we come across any kind of ruins or any kind of, I know that we're kind of in the woods, but if there's anywhere that my brain says maybe this is a good spot, like if we come across anything like that, I would definitely do a signature test.
Okay, well, I think this is a good point to say that as you walk along, adjacent to the game trail you're currently on, you notice a tiny bit of open space that looks to have been recently cleared of most of its normal woodland debris and arranged for a modicum of comfort. A few rocks are being piled together to make a crude fire pit, the ashes still within. A very small stack of unburned pieces of wood lay next to the stones, and a sheet of lush moss, perhaps 6 feet in length, lay piled at one side of the little clearing. It appears to have been torn from the forest floor somewhere nearby.
So it looks like someone's made a little sort of den here.
Yeah. I definitely want to use my second sight now and look for any kind of arcana signature.
Okay, would you like to cast that as a spell?
Yes, please. So here's my roll.
You have stunt points on that, and that is a very good roll.
3. Let me double check my stunts that I can do. For 1 point, you can increase the outcome by 1 and reduce the fatigue. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna for the 3 points, I'm going to do skillful channeling and powerful channeling. So I'll add 1 to my outcome and reduce the fatigue target by 2.
Okie dokie.
And do I need to roll the fatigue first before you tell me what?
Yeah, roll the fatigue.
Okay.
Yeah, and with the bonuses, you've passed that well enough. So
Good.
no fatigue for you. And then I'm just going to change over my mic because my headset is dying on me. So just bear with me a second while I go into Zoom, and then I will tell you what you detect.
Haha.
Can everyone hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, I can't hear you. That is interesting.
We did. Can you hear us now? I don't think we really spoke.
Oh, there we go.
Some of us spoke.
He was actually speaking. There we go. Okay, so
Brian, stop being silly.
Rude. As the person with minor hearing loss, that's not helpful.
So for your second sight, you do detect that there has been psychic communication happening here some time ago.
My friends, I believe minds have spoken telepathically in these forests. Though sadly I cannot detect quite what it was as transpired here in this place. It looks as if someone took a brief respite, but they have moved on, like so many others in my life.
Aww.
Shall we check it?
Krenz will pat you on the shoulder again.
Yeah, I think
Quite sorry for you, and then pick a flower and hand it to you.
Oh, I think Ziska's going to think, oh, that unused wood's going to come in handy, and potentially that moss. So I think she's going to do the practical thing and pick up things which could be helpful. And,
Okay,
I
so
wouldn't-
just picking them up. Is anyone doing anything particular around the camp? Tell me what you're doing.
So I want to go over to the fire,
Mhm.
and I want to look in the fire, see if there's, like, kind of get a stick, root through the ashes, see if there's anything that turns up.
Okay, can you do a perception? And if you've got searching as a focus, you can add +2 to it. If not, just a straight perception.
Okay, would that be under powers?
If that would be on your front page, yeah, powers. So just click the perception, and it should give you a roll.
Okay.
While
Might be
I'm
under
doing
focuses.
that, I will probably look around the camp for footprints, but at the same
Okay.
time picking a bunch of flowers.
All right, so here's my perception.
11.
Okay, and you've got a +2, so you've got 11. So yeah, you, as you are looking through the fire, you find the charred little bones of a squirrel.
Someone ate squirrel.
Squirrel.
All right, but I will look for footprints and other stuff like that.
Oh.
I'm assuming that's also perception?
Yep.
I got 16 and a bunch of flowers, which I then hand to Doretis to try and cheer him up.
Ah, these flowers, much like your beauty, so fragrant now, only to wilt in the future. This too shall pass.
I won't know how to take that.
And I'll kind of reverently kind of put the flowers next to the fire pit and just kind of pat them gently and then get up.
Oh,
So was there a little hut thing or something?
no, I think it was just stones,
campfire.
moss,
Mm.
and a campfire.
And there's a clearing.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah,
I
the
think it's
clearing
in the
has been
clearing.
made by them as a
Mhm.
little space.
Mm.
But anyway, keeping up one thing at a time. Corenza, from your searching, you can detect that there are wolf prints and boot prints here. So clearly Marcus and Greymane were here, and they are definitely making their way for the old outposts based on the directions given you by the villagers.
Okay, I will point them out to everyone else.
And I'll
Rather
point out the
excitedly.
squirrel bones.
You would also know as well that the trail is old enough that they're probably about a day-ish behind you, ahead of you.
I do.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I will also point that out.
Okay. If they're eating squirrel, like Marcus can obviously hunt, but a squirrel is not going to be enough for a wolf to survive on. So
Well, the wolf
I'm
probably
just-
just ate whatever the wolf
that's true.
caught. That was probably
Yeah.
just Marcus's food.
The wolf could be providing for Marcus, caught the squirrel, let him
Then
cook the
Marcus cooked
squirrel.
it.
At the very least, you do make a good point that if they are eating squirrel, then Marcus left without any provisions from
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
So so I'll be naturally concerned that Greymane can do so much, but he might not have too many resources to hand. So we
That
probably
doesn't mean they have water either.
no, we need to really press on
Yeah.
just in case they get into further trouble.
We've got to catch up, I think.
Yeah, we need to speed up.
Yep.
Okay, you are at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon at this point for daytime.
I think we'd have to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eat
Okay.
rations as we walk.
Okay,
Let's
you
keep
keep
going.
Okie dokie. Whoosh.
Oh.
So you continue going along a path. Yeah, hello, cat. I can feel your claws there.
Oh, do just hate it when they do that.
Yeah, I've got a cat underneath me, just sort of patting up my arm, just with claws out, going, attention, attention.
Oh, I know. One of mine likes to do a thing where they sit on you and then they just dig the claws in and say it's not enough attention. I'm still here. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, animals are fun. Anyway, you're making your way through another part of the forest now, going a bit quicker as you know that you're catching up, but also sensing that the pair you are going out to look for might be in more distress than you originally realized. And as you reach this area where you're on a little bit of a rise, you can detect something a little amiss. And as you crest a little rise, if you think about on the map, you can see there now, if you think about the sort of trees as being a bit of a high banking leading down to low ground where those rocks are.
yeah.
So as you crest a little rise in your steady ascent, you all draw up short, managing to avoid the attention of a small party of large, mostly humanoid creatures with the heads of mangy canines sprawled out in a little depression just to your left. And we can reveal these now. GM layer, activate. Token layer, activate. Token layer, activate.
That's our right, not our left.
Hmm?
That's on our right, not our left.
I never said the GM or God was good with directions.
Stage direction.
Great.
Wait, what?
They do not look like fun.
No.
From a distance, you can see that their fur is matted and the slight breeze carries a congealed stink of filthy wet dog and stale body odor. Not all of the beast folk are adults either. A few naked pups clamber among their elders, whining plaintively, only to be sent away with growls or shoves. All of the creatures look lean to the point of near starvation. Both the wind and the tree cover in your favour, and it seems a surety that you can slip by unnoticed if you wish.
Let's do that.
I don't think I have any desire to do them any harm, so
No.
I don't want to kill children.
no.
Let's sneak.
Oh, it looks like they kind of need help.
I don't want to
So-
be on their lunch menu.
No, I
Speaking
don't
about
think
mangy
so.
dogs that need help, I've just been informed that my dog needs to be let out the garden, so you'll have to give me a minute while I...
Okay.
Hmm.
and you can
Good.
figure
That'll
out...
give us a minute to figure out what we're going to do.
Hmm.
Being the only avian member of the team, I feel like they would see me as lunch.
Yes.
I don't want to be viewed as lunch.
No, no, I don't really want you to be viewed as lunch either, but they look like
No.
they're I don't know. I feel sad for them.
Do these look like the same kind of wolf rye, Ryan?
Rye wolves.
Rye wolves. Are they do they look like rye wolves?
Oh,
Or
rye
do they
wolves.
No, you would know enough to know that these are a form of shadow spawn, similar to how
Ooh.
Oh,
the
okay.
similar to how the night folk and Vatashar are made, but these ones are more customarily known as being just generally evil, but they are intelligent and they do form societies.
So
Out of
we
eight-
know they're evil. Okay, that changes.
It
things
doesn't mean
slightly.
they're evil, though.
No, it
Durettis,
doesn't
would
mean
you
they're evil.
like to make some kind of intelligence law check? Do you have any law?
Ooh, I have cultural lore under focus.
Yeah, I'll let you roll cultural law. So if you want to roll that with your focus, which gives you another +2 again.
Mm-hmm. And I
What
got
have
a
you-
16.
Okay, so you would know that these mongrels would have come from the Kernish side of the Frostbinder Mountains, and from what you know of their society, they are intelligent enough creatures that they do have communication, they do have their own sort of feelings, but they are known for piracy, villainy, raiding villages, and they are generally considered beyond redemption by people, but there hasn't been a lot of work done to prove that they could be anything better. More than this, you would know that this pack, with that kind of role, you'd know that this pack has probably been driven out of their lands due to harsh times, and the stronger members of their larger pack and clan have probably kicked them out for being leaner runts and not worth saving during a time of hardship.
Okay, I will quietly communicate all those details to the group.
It would just make me pity them more.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what to do about it because it sounds like we're going to need our food and drink for Greymane and Marcus.
Yeah, I think Ziska's going as someone's a little bit of an outsider herself. Ziska's gonna sort of like not be happy. These people have essentially been excommunicated from the community, but at least they do have each other. It's not just one person or one pup by itself. They do still have a sense of community. She's gonna consider, said, Marcus and Greymane are probably more riskier than this group are at the moment. We need to stay focused and stay on task. they could be in more danger than we realize.
Come back and help them later kind of situation.
I think that if we can kind of mark where this is, kind of take terrain association into account, and I think we need to double back on this.
Yeah.
Track them down. They have children. So
they're not going to move fast.
Right. And no matter what they are, we should always strive to seek the betterment of all creatures.
Okay, then. We'll come back. We're going to try and sneak past them.
Okay.
I guess.
Because of their wearied state and the way the wind blows and everything else, there's no need for tests on this. You leave the mongrels well enough alone, and you are successfully able to get past them.
Oh, okay. That was quick and easy.
The thing is, this
sounds
is
like you made a map for something that we've then just been like, let's just talk about it.
I've kind of got it in my head, but I'll make maps for anything which involves possible conflict in case. So that's the way I'm kind of viewing these things. And that one really could have gone any way, depending on how you did it. Plus also, even though it seems to have gone quick and easy at the moment, Blue Rose is all about the sort of choices you make. So how you choose to react to people or even not to react to people will come back one way or the other.
Okay.
So you continue
Carenza,
on.
Before we do that, Carenza, I saw you do an invisibility thing.
Yeah.
If I gave you what food I have, could you take it to the bottom of the hill, invisible, drop it off for them to find and come back?
Probably.
At least so they have some food. I know we don't have provision much, but perhaps this should be a time in which we give.
Okay. I'm good with that. Conviction for Doretis for thinking of it.
Yeah, no, that is a really good plan. Carenza, would you like to make a test to light shape?
I will try and go invisible. I get a 12, which I think is enough.
I believe so. Let me just check.
It's an 11, I think.
Yeah, toughness 11. So you bend light around yourself and you are now impossible to see, and they never knew you were there to begin with. So as long as you keep concentrating, that's fine. Can you make a fatigue test?
I get 13.
You are fine.
Cool. So I go invisible and I take some of Doretis's food and take it and drop it off. Probably fairly near them, but not too near them. But so that they'd find it out in the open enough.
Okie dokie. Are you? Yeah, that's fine.
Do you need me to specify?
I was just wondering if you were favouring sort of leaving it near the kids or the adults or anything like that.
Near the kids.
Okie dokie. Right, you do that, and then again, because of their sort of dilapidated state, they do not notice you one way or the other, and you are free to move on.
Cool. Okay. I think that's the best use of my invisibility yet.
Hey!
That makes me happy.
That was perfect.
You continue on, and night is beginning to come in. It's starting to get to sunsetty time, and you find yourself and the path getting narrower and narrower as you approach the Frostbinder Mountains at the edge of the Palvin Wealds. The narrow trail into the mountains has been a monotonous upward march thus far, but that changes as you round a turn and find the way ahead closed off with a precarious pile of stones. The rubble, which looks to have tumbled down quite recently, covers the path right up to the very edge, at which it drops off steeply into a long, dangerous fall. There appears to be no easy way around. You're unsure of the last forking path to which you could fall back to reach the outpost, but it's at least several long hours behind you. The only reasonable and timely way ahead is to navigate this hazard.
I'd probably probably turn to Micah and say, Awakened One, could you possibly get a higher position for us to help us navigate this obstacle?
Yeah. can fly up.
Okay. So you can, Micah, you are just able to fly over the
Yep.
whole thing, and you can see that the rock fall must have been quite recently and has come from quite high up the path, snaking round. It might even have been caused by Marcus and Greymane going along the trail, from what you can tell. There is no easy way round, so players are going to, you know that everyone's going to have to either use their dexterity to nimbly avoid the rocks, or try and use their strength to climb over it. Or if anyone can think of other ways round. I haven't made a map of this because basically you're on a very narrow path, big load of rocks in front of you.
Do any of us have rope?
You would have rope.
So can we use move object to take the rope around? I don't know how finitely move object can be. Like, can I use move object to tie a knot?
I think move object does have a thing for manipulating objects as well, but that might be a separate spell. At the very least, you do have someone in the party who could probably take the rope around for you.
Right,
Okay.
right. Micah can
Fly
take
it
one
over.
end and go over.
I can fly the rope. I don't know if I could tie
But
knots.
you- yeah.
So you could tie a knot. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
With your beak and claws and with enough patience, I would let you do tests for dexterity to see if you could manage it.
Well, what if we tied two ropes together and she took one end round over across, like round a tree, and then brought it back?
While you're discussing, dog now needs to come back in.
That
Unless-
would work too.
There's a way to tie a noose, and then I carry it and
Drape it
throw
over
it
something.
over a
Or
branch
large boulder
or
or
something.
something.
Or yeah,
That would work.
Mm-hmm. Pre-tie the knot.
Pre-tie something and then we can just pull it tight. Either of those would work.
fairly certain someone with fingers needs to tie the knot for it to be a good knot.
Yeah.
And I am sure the lady from Horse Country would probably know a fair amount of knots to tie.
Yeah, Ziska
Yeah.
would probably be the best person to make this happen.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Apparently, we're going to tie two ropes together.
Essentially make a sort of noose
Yeah.
rather.
Loose
a loose
noose,
noose.
A loose noose.
That Micah can carry and then drape over something like a large boulder or over a sturdy branch.
Yeah.
So that Micah doesn't have to tie a knot, but then we can pull it tight.
Mm-hmm. And then you're going to use that to help you navigate over without the
Navigate
risk
over.
of a
Yeah.
fall.
Can't
Yeah.
climb across.
And I've been volunteered for tying the knot. Not in that way. The rope knot.
So that is a very good way of getting round that. So would you all like to take either dexterity or strength checks, depending on which your things are to get across, but your rope has rapidly brought down the toughness of this test.
Oh, I actually.
Oh.
Oh, but I had 4 stunt points.
Yep.
All the better stunts, cash them in.
Because this is a.
Yeah.
Is this an exploration stunt?
This would be an exploration stunt, yes.
Advantageous positioning, efficient search.
And you've got 4 stunt points.
Right. You don't have fails under the same ability. You don't have.
They don't really make it any easier, do they?
No, because this is all like searches and stuff.
Yeah.
I would say within the confines of what you're doing, you could either use
The right
Um,
tools
Mm.
make it even easier. You have find or improvise a piece of equipment. You need to attempt an action more effectively. This stunt counteracts any situational penalties for not having appropriate equipment. You could potentially say that he combines something like gloves with the rope to make him less likely to slip. And
I mean,
therefore it reduces the check even
what you
further.
could have actually, because you've got 4 stunt points, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, because you don't have the book on you, I can say this is probably the best way to go. Resources at hand, choose a focus, and we'll say acrobatics. You don't have that falls under the same ability as the test you're making. You are considered to have that focus until the time or venue changes. So if you gave yourself the acrobatics focus, that will add another +2 to your score.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do that then.
And we can say that it says the narrator may require you to explain how this bonus arises, but we could just say you are looking very carefully at the rocks around you and are able to anticipate where they fall and move as you use your step.
You are surprisingly spry this afternoon.
Yeah, you are
As I
surprisingly
think-
spry this afternoon, and thanks to being spry, you and everyone else makes it past the boulders unscathed.
Whee!
Hey!
Aha!
We're doing really well so far.
Yeah,
Just you wait.
I did say so far.
So you make it past there and you get a sense that you're very close to the outpost now. When you crest the final rise, the ruddy light of the setting sun falls on a squadron of utterly motionless skeleton soldiers,
Oh.
one of
This
the
one
outpost's smaller structures.
doesn't seem so easy to get past.
Beware the bone.
Thank you for the bits, Chaotic Bifactor.
Thank you.
Skellies.
Thank you,
Yeah.
kiddo.
Yeah.
Oh, there's stuff on this map.
Oh, hello, Scabbies.
Oh.
Their torn and
Shelly.
faded Kernish livery is flapping softly in the wind. Rotting leather armor and rusted chainmail hangs from their bony frames, though any weapons they might have once wielded seem to have succumbed to corrosion over the years and been discarded. Apparently taking notice of your approach, they turn as one to face you, stretching forth the ivory-white talons of their fingertips and opening their broken-toothed jaws as they plod in your direction.
Oh, yeah.
As the monstrous creatures turn away from the building they surrounded, however, you hear a voice, weak from within, calling out through a high, narrow window. "Please help! We're trapped in here! My friend is hurt!" And it is followed by the pained, plaintive whine of an injured wolf.
Oh, it's Greymane and Marcus.
One or two.
I'm gonna literally yell back. Is that Marcus and Greymane? We're here to help.
As you shout that, one or two of the Walking Dead pause for just a moment at Marcus's plea, glancing back at the pale, dirty face barely visible in the window, but then follow after their companions to address the more pressing threat. And Marcus shouts, "Yes, yes, it is."
Great. We need to help them.
Yeah.
And let us see if I can get initiatives going a bit quicker this time. So let's clear the old initiative. How do I clear the old initiative?
The cog.
Move.
And then
Clear. Everyone's gone.
I can't access my token.
I was going to say I can't seem to click my tokens.
Ah, this is a job for Bear. Bear, let them access their tokens.
Technician in the background. Can you help us? Make our tokens clickable.
Are you there, Bear?
Is the bear there?
Is there a bear in the house?
If you're a bear and you know what, help us out.
You need to drag them in again, but happy to do that for you. Okay, from the character sheets. They need to be dragged in again from the character sheets. I think we can do that ourselves. I think we can do that ourselves. Yeah.
Can we?
How do I do
Each one
that?
of
How do
us
we
can-
do that?
Your character sheet, where you would normally click on it to open it, instead click and hold and drag onto the map, which I just did lower down. We still need someone to delete the old ones though.
Okay, so
Ah,
I'm deleting
Aha.
my
the-
doppelganger.
Delete the original ones, and then we can
Yeah.
put ourselves in their positions.
Okay, so how do I delete? Die, adventurers, die!
Ah,
Ha ha ha!
There we go.
our doppelganger is down.
And as your new selves appear, the glowing gems around your neck fade.
I know
Nice.
this game.
Yeah.
Are any of them singing?
Not dead
There a
yet.
siren around.
Do any of them
Try and add
sound like a
yourselves to the
siren?
turn order, see if that works. I need to roll.
Chaotic Bifector has redeemed inspiration. Who would you like to give inspiration to, Chaotic Bifector?
Terror Lord! That's my nephew Trent.
Oh,
Hey, buddy.
hi.
Hi.
So we now have
Hey.
3 people in my house watching.
Yay.
Woo!
That's so cool.
Carenza.
I don't think anyone in my house is watching, but that's because most of them are asleep, so. And they're a bit young. Carenza, oh,
Yes.
I get
Nice.
inspiration. Yay. I'm assuming that's
Yay!
awesome. Thank you. Oh, I need to roll initiative, don't I? There we go.
Only if you want to keep fighting evil today.
Yeah. All right, I will actually change mine to 13.9 because this guy has a higher modifier.
Mm-hmm.
And remember to add your dexterity onto your rolls.
It adds it anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, I forgot that there's a thing for it on there.
Also, your
So-
house is full of streamers.
Yes.
We should do a shout out.
Yes.
We should shout out Terror Lord. Bear, you can do that for me?
And
Could
what's
have
cool, I don't
started.
know, what
Oh.
day, Chaotic Bifecta, what day are you going to do your first stream? Because she has never streamed with us. She did a
Ah.
karaoke night with Wolf Song,
Yeah.
but she is going to start her own stream
Yay!
in the very near
Ooh.
future.
Yay!
Exciting.
So we're all kind of excited that she'll be joining the
Friday.
Friday. Yes.
That's my
yes.
birthday.
Yes.
Yay.
What time? Will I still be awake?
Eh, depends on how good your birthday is.
Yeah.
There we go. So
Awesome.
okay, so queso. It's delicious. It's also Spanish for cheese.
See.
Right, are we all combat ready? I believe everyone's rolled.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okie dokie. So, Micah, you are up first.
Again.
Hey.
Much
With
deck.
Micah's dexterity, you can get used to hearing that a lot.
Okay, great.
Do I need to? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but Skeleton 3 and I have the same hoo-ha.
Score.
Okay, Skeleton 3 can just be knocked down to a 7.
Okay.
Hey, I had stunt points. Does that do anything on initiative?
Not anymore. You're too far gone from where you were before for them to carry over.
No, I mean I just got
On the
3
Just got
initiative.
them
on the initiative roll.
I guess yes. If you get
Ooh.
points, you get stunt points. So that would still, they wouldn't count as combat points at the moment because it's not a fighting action. But I believe you can use that to manipulate where you are on the turn order.
Ooh, nice.
So
If I'm right, you could have. Might go under exploration. So. Yeah, if your discoveries lead to combat within a moment or two, you receive a +3 bonus to your initiative. You could have for 4 points.
I only
No,
have
he's only
3.
got 3.
Yeah, you're not searching for anything. Let's see if I can find anything useful. Let's try the play stunts section. I mean, there's things you could do for role play here, which would just be for your own thing. So as you sort of try to get ready for combat and come in almost last place, you could tag a perfect witty remark onto the end of the action if you wished.
You can make friends. Friends with the skellies. That'd be funny.
Inspiration, your emotions flare and you're inspired to a brief act of daring or greatness. Gain a +1 bonus to your next action with a further +1 for every 2 additional SP spent.
What's in this list? Sorry.
Role play stunt.
Yeah, if we can do role play stunt, I guess I could do the passionate inspiration, and I get
I
+1
wouldn't call
to
this.
Next action.
Yeah, so I'll just
Unless-
get a +1.
Yeah, okay.
And a further +1 for every 2 additional SP spent. So you can actually get +3. +2 rather. Because you can use all 3
Oh yeah,
to get
because it's 1
+2.
for the 1 point and then 2 for the next point, so I get a +2
Yeah.
on my next action. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
What is this thing over here?
So that was my very crude attempt at doing a little raised platform. So this is a crumbling, ruined outpost. So you've got stairs at the bottom. I'm trying to remember how to. There we go. You've got stairs at the bottom there, leading to a sort of upper level where you've got some just leftover. I know that's a bench and a bear trap and a stool and a bowl, but that's supposed to be just sort of debris. And skeleton 9, you might notice, is missing his legs. He's kind of caught under a whole load of debris there and just shuffling around there.
Okay, a bear trap, you say? Right. I mean, Mike is going to circle for the first action, and then fly high and head over to explore what's over here to see if there's anything that could possibly be dropped on.
Have you checked how far you can go with that? 2, 4, 10, 12. Yeah, you were pretty much spot on. You were just 1 ahead.
Oh, there.
Go back. Down
there,
1. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. And yeah, you can see what's around there. So there's a lot of debris which someone stronger than you could. I mean, you could pick up small rocks and start using them as ammo to just rain down on people from the sky. But other than that, you would take someone stronger to push things over. But if you can leave the skeletons over there, there's definitely something to be said for being able to push that onto them.
I'm thinking more, can I throw a bear trap at them or push a potty over the side onto one of their heads? I don't know.
You're going to become a laden raven. You could push it off from where you are landed. So if you landed and started pushing it with your beak, you could do it, but you wouldn't be able to fly up high or drop it from a particular height or distance. So it'd be about the same kind of thing as picking up a rock and throwing it, really.
And throwing it. Okay, cool.
Ziska.
Can I just clarify that? You know, we've got these rocks. Is that classified as difficult terrain or not?
The rocks over there they're not difficult terrain in the same way the woods are, so don't treat them as difficult. No, that's just to show that there's debris and old ruin there, and my attempts to break up the map a little this time.
Okay, so
proper difficult terrain, and the fences which you see there are still fences, so you need to go around those or clamber over them.
right, okay. Yeah, because what I was thinking of doing, I was thinking of running to get up onto this platform, because I think I can get here using all my movements. Because I thought if I could get to an elevated position, that could give us an advantage against these enemies.
Yeah, sure.
So come along, little token. Oh no, I don't appear to be able to pick myself up. How do I? Oh, I know I can't seem to pick my token up. Could someone help me? Oh, do I just click on my thing to do that? Oh, I don't know. Why can't I pick myself up?
I don't know.
Did you
Should
drag
be
a,
able to, 'cause you-
a new one on?
Yeah, let me delete that one. Put a new one of yourself down.
Okay. Here I am.
Okay. And that took all your move and run. So that's your turn.
Yeah. And then I would like to I think, I'd like to ready my bow, please.
I don't think you can. Haven't you used your minor and run action there?
Well, run is a major action. I
I'll
could,
put one
yeah,
with
because
you.
I thought we could do a major and a minor. Are we not allowed?
Yeah, you can do a major and a minor. I just wasn't sure how far run got
Oh,
you. So if
right,
you were
okay.
moving it and then-
Okay, so I presume I would need to ready my bow. I couldn't aim because I haven't got the bow out. So, for logical sense, I presume I would have to get my bow out in order to then aim as a minor action.
we can say that you. Yeah, actually, that would have been preparing and actually getting it. Yeah, you need to get your bow out. So you've run and you've got your bow out as you were running.
Right, so that's me done.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay, skeleton 9, despite not having his legs, is still there. So he's going to sort of turn around and just kind of be on the floor. You sense that he is trapped under something there and he's not able to go very far, but he is there and trying. Skeleton 1 is going to.
You've somehow completely missed me.
Have I?
Yeah,
I should have gone.
after me.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how we did that. Okay, Coenza, would you
It's
like to go?
because Ziska's not in the turn list anymore. So you
Oh,
Oh,
must
she's
have,
not in the
no.
turn list.
you must have clicked for me to continue.
Yeah, but it's because we deleted her character sheet.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
she
sorry.
put herself back in with her order.
Sorry.
Right, and I'll just
So
put her back
Ziska
in.
had 14.
Yeah, so everyone's back in. Oh no.
You can drag them around.
Did Ziska have 16?
Ziska
No,
had
but-
14.
I had 14. I just did the initiative again to add myself back in to make it.
Oh, right, okay, so we'll just put you back to your right initiative.
Yeah.
No, not 4, 14. And then push it back to descending again, and then go down. Cavenza, sorry about that.
Okay. The skeletons. Obviously, skeleton 9 doesn't seem to have any feet.
Nope.
Okay. Oh, hi, Lieutenant Colonel Smash.
What's up, Smash?
And how dare we skip Carenza? Exactly.
I know we can't skip her.
Do the others look like they could kind of come running at us?
The others look like they could come running at you. Skeleton 9, by the way, is apologetic for taking over Carenza's turn. It's honestly all his fault. He didn't have a leg to stand on this one.
To the
To the
pungeon.
pungeon.
To the pungeon.
Punny.
Okay, I think given how well it worked in the last fight, I'm immediately going to be like, and try and freeze one of these things to the spot. So I'm going to do cold shaping again and literally try and freeze one of them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to let you do that. At some point, I do need to work out whether cold shaping is a touch spell or not, but I don't think it is. Nothing describes it as being touch based. So
It doesn't give it any range.
Exactly. That's the thing which I find curious about it, but neither do other things. It's one of the ones where sort of, if we're going about the sort of thing of the book, in fact, I'll even read it to you and you can tell me what you think, because some of the, as much as I really admire what they've done with the Blue Rose, and I think they do simplify a lot of things, some of the times I think they are a bit so simple that it almost skips something and becomes hard to read. So I'll read you what it says.
Well, fire shaping says any object in your line of sight. So if fire shaping lets it be any object in line,
so here's
line of sight,
what
then
it says
cold
for
shaping
frostbite.
is likely.
Yeah, here's what it says for frostbite. With a successful toughness 11 test, you can lower the temperature of an area a foot across intensely enough to deal 1d6 penetrating damage from the cold.
Yeah.
And then it says about the extra damage. So it doesn't say that you need to be next to that area, but it also gives no maximum range, no minimum
It
range.
also doesn't say that I need to be able to see it.
Yeah, exactly. So you could theoretically just be
That area over there.
Yeah. Actually have to be within touching distance and touching that sort of area.
Well, I'm going to aim
Otherwise it
for
doesn't make sense.
a skeleton then, assuming that that's about the right sort of area. I'm going to try and freeze a skeleton to the ground.
Hold on, weren't we just debating whether this is a touch thing, though? This is a thing I'm so unsure of. Because you are right, that the fire one says that you can do anything in your line of sight, so...
Well, I wasn't touching the bear last time.
Yeah. I think that's more on me, but I just need to decide how that works. Because I feel like it definitely needs some kind of limitation, because otherwise you are right, you can just freeze anything anywhere on the map, and it does do, like, for every 2 degrees of your success, it does
well, given that one of them is reduce fire, and it says you can decrease the size of a fire by 1 foot, I'm not going to touch the fire.
Yeah, I know. I'm just wondering whether, yeah, just go with it. Just go with it for now.
Okay.
I'll update and see if there's an FAQ on it.
Okay. I mean, I can Google it if you want.
No, I'll go later on that. For now, we'll just do it as is.
Okay. Okay.
Honestly, there's not an awful lot written about for the FAQs for Blue Rose, because as much as I love the format, it doesn't seem to be overly played, so I've struggled in the past finding stuff for that.
Oh, did I just do that twice? I did do that twice. That's the first one, not the second one.
Okay.
I did it twice.
Where has the page gone? There you are. And there's your roll. So you have done 14, so yeah,
no, the first one, not the second one. I did it twice by accident.
15. Yeah. Yeah, so you cast it, and...
Is that 3d6 again?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing which is making me think there must be something about range on it, because it feels very sort of powerful that you can do just a 3d6.
Yeah, but you can do 2d6 on the fire one.
Yeah, but it's still line of sight. Your one literally has no... Cold Shaping Frostbite has no penalty for not being able to see the thing, or for it being invisible, so it's just I don't know. It might just be, but that's the way it is. But
We'll
yeah,
work
just
it out.
it.
Dun 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 dun. Ice, Kelly's too cold, too cold.
Are you rolling your damage, sorry, or?
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought I had. I typed it and then didn't click enter. 10.
Okay.
I was reading again, seeing if I could find.
Which skeleton are you doing that on, sorry?
Oh, whichever one looks the most threatening.
A
hole in need of pinning to the ground.
Skeleton 2, by the looks of the images, although they...
He got a shield.
Yeah. All right, 2 then.
Okay. Do they have any armor?
It's penetrating, so...
Yeah, that doesn't matter then. So that is fine. Okie dokie. Right, who is next? Skeleton 9. Skeleton 9 is just going to wobble around and can't move. Skeleton 1 is going to move. What is his maximum movement? And then he is going to do his own run action to get right up into your face down here, as he can't go all the way on it. Actually, no, he does a run action basically to get to you. But that's all he can do. He can't attack from that. Skeleton 2 is going to do something pretty similar and Go.
Do they have to do some sort of testing? Because they just got froze by.
I was aiming to try and freeze Skeleton 2's feet to the ground as well.
No, it doesn't. I was going to say no. There's nothing in the rules for frostbite which says that it does that. So.
Okay.
I mean, but cold shaping does have freeze water, where you can freeze roughly a gallon of water into solid ice for a round. But no, I think it's just literally creating a layer of cold. It's not creating ice.
Okay.
4. 1, 2, 4, 6. Oh, this one actually can get close enough to attack you, Ziska.
How rude.
So it's going to have a minor action move, and then it is going to try and attack you from the stairs. And it is.
Can you spend conviction points at any point?
Yes.
Can I spend a conviction point to get to dodge, so I get the benefit of a defend action, so I add 2 to my defense?
Yep, that's what it's there for.
Perfect.
Boom. Yes, please.
It makes your thing 16 to beat at the moment, right?
Yes.
And it fails. Skeleton 4 is going to go the same way,
Oh damn.
but with the stairs being as they are, it can't actually get up the stairs. So maybe when it gets to here, will it go after? No, it's going to keep. It's going to form a queue.
You're British.
Dovetis.
Right. So I am so invigorated and so impassioned by my initiative roll and by seeing these skeletons that are trying to get at the people that we are seeking to protect. I am going to use my walking staff and just try and whack them.
Okay.
And so I get
an attack roll.
And I get a +2 on top of that because of the initiative stunt I used.
Yeah.
So I got a total of 16.
Yeah, you have managed to hit them.
Awesome. And then damage. I did 4 damage.
Okay, and as you hit the skeleton, the leather armor that's about it is enough to deflect all of that damage.
Oh damn.
Okay, so
You might want to move.
yeah, what's stand firm and resist any and all efforts to move you from the span. Next turn, enemy is skirmish or knock prone. Yeah, I guess as a minor action, I will stand firm.
Yep. Yep, so that you can't be knocked prone or skirmished. That sounds like a good thing to do.
Yep. So that's what I'll do.
Okie dokie.
I gave him a mighty whack, and it sucked. This, I don't know. I don't know what kissing would do. It's probably as effective as whacking it with the stick right now.
Mm-hmm. It was a good guess, though.
Skeleton 3 is going to move to here and try and get to the stairs where
Oh.
this is, as they are the nearest enemies to replace at the moment. And Micah, it's back round to you.
Is anybody else slightly worried that there's 5 skeletons and yet one of them's called Skeleton 9?
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Yeah.
I mean, huh. Okay. Micah is going to attempt to dive onto Skeleton 9
Okay.
and I guess bite. I don't know. What can you do?
Well, it's good, and you get your pinpoint attack.
That is true. I get 2d6, I think. Can I? Is that right? With my
Yep,
is that
you
once
have-
per round?
You have hit it with that, so 2d6 minus 1 damage.
Great. Okay.
And the skeleton is unfortunately fine
Rude.
on its arm.
How much rudeness.
Bloody skeletons.
Ziska.
Okay. I'm not happy that I am slowly being sat upon by all these skellies. Right now then, what is this? What is this orange thing here on this map?
That is just a stain I made on the map when I was eating something.
Right. Okay. So it's not molten lava then. Okay.
It's not molten lava.
The floor is not
It's
lava.
just a thing that I couldn't delete from the map when I was trying to make it, and in the end I was like, no, it's fine, it's there.
Okay. Right. So. I mean, they're all coming after, or most of them are coming after me. So I've noticed that the door is now unattended to the place where Marcus and Greymane are hiding. So I'm just wondering if I attempt to get off this platform and make a beeline for the door just so I can guard the door. Is the closest skelly gonna have a attack of opportunity upon my person?
No, not because you've climbed a sort of thing onto a top thing, so to get down now you would have to jump.
Okay.
So I'd say you would need to make an acrobatics thing to jump to see if you take any tumble damage as you fall. But as long as you make that, you can then run off to the thing and nothing can get you because they're not going to fall down that way.
Right. Okay. I think that's what I'd like to do because I don't really want to be surrounded by these skellies. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. So a dexterity. Ah,
And stunt points.
delightful. Is this going? This would be a combat stunt, please.
I'd say it can count as a combat stunt or a roleplay stunt, probably combat stunt. Let's see if there's anything good that you can.
Okay.
So you got a 4 there for it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you're not doing any damage, so some of these don't work for you right now, but you could do seize the initiative. Your attack changes the tempo of the battle. You move to the top of the initiative order. So we could say that you've taken them so much by surprise that you are going to be first on the initiative next time round.
Okay.
Which puts you, basically you get another action before.
Other people. But,
although
okay.
that only puts you ahead of Micah, so you're not doing too much with that.
Yeah. What are the lower ones? Is it?
Setup, you create an opening an ally can exploit. Pick an ally. On their next turn, the ally receives a +2 bonus on the ability test of their choice.
Okay.
So you could, by jumping down, have made, I mean, Corenza can't really see those ones, but you could maybe make it so Micah has a clearer view of attack on Skeleton 2, maybe.
We could call it like that.
Yes. Yeah, so I think that is probably something that would be helpful because I'm obviously aiming to move out the way, which would leave Micah closest to the skeletons. So yeah, I'll do setup and pick Micah to benefit from that, and then would I be then able to use, because I had 4, right? We use the last one to do like move yourself or the target of your. Oh, I'm not attacking anything. Could I do to stay aware in case there's something that could be helpful to be aware of?
Yeah, you could.
Okay, so
how many conviction points do you have, by the way?
How many conviction points? I'm glad you asked. I have 5, sir.
Yeah, because the other thing you could do is if you wanted to get an attack in before you try and get down and out the way, you could use one of your conviction points to give yourself a bonus major action this turn to actually attack.
That is a very good point.
And then if you do that, you could use your combat points differently to maybe do more damage.
Okay. As long as that's not going to stop me from.
So spending a point of conviction can give you an extra major action or minor action this turn.
Okay, so I can do that. So if I do that, I'm still going to be able to jump down off this thing and make a run for the door.
Jump down. Let's say that you jumped down first, and now you're by skeleton 4. So you can make a major action to strike skeleton 4 before moving off towards the door.
Yeah, boom. Let's do that then. So I'm going to. Yes, I'm going to. Hang on now. I've only got my bow out at the moment. It's not. Okay.
You could go major action, minor action, major action. So you could. I'll let you keep the stunt points if you want to get down onto the floor level, move, and then fire back at skeleton 4.
Yeah. So what, I can move and then fire at them? Is that what you're saying to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on. Do I need to be here to be in front of the door?
Yeah, that will count as in front of the door well enough.
Okay. Alrighty, and then so I've moved the conviction points to show that I've spent them on my thingamajig. So so I would like to then do there's some ranged attack.
Right, if you want to make a bow attack, I need to get the dog again. Apparently he wants to go out yet again.
More like a cat. Oh, dude, I don't think that's going to do much, is it? Oh, I could spend a conviction point to re-roll.
You've got some more stunt points.
You still got the stunt points.
You've got more. You've got more.
Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, hang on. What am I doing? I'm not looking at thingy the jigs anymore.
Right, how did you do?
Well, I forgot about my stunt points.
Trying to beat their defense.
Yeah, which isn't looking so good at the moment. Oh no, hang on. I was meant to be setting up Micah. Well, that's what I was going to do.
You don't have to choose yet because you've got stunt points on stunt points now, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh yes, sorry. I totally understand what you mean. I had not noticed I'd gained an extra 3. I'm really sorry.
Either way, your longbow has hit.
Has it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was surprising. Okay. All right. Well, I do damage first.
Ooh, there's a.
Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say there's a 2-point combat stunt for piercing armor, and it halves their armor rating.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. In fact, you got how many stunt points did you get for that second one?
3.
And you got 4 for the first one.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This is fudging it a little, but you could, if you just treated them as a stack. I'm not going to let you combine them together to allow you to just get 5-point ones, but if you treated them as a stack, which you can use separately, you could, for the 4 one, use Mighty Blow for 2, you inflict an extra 1d6 damage on your attack.
Okay.
And Pierce Armor, you find a chink in your enemy's armor. The target's armor rating is half rounded down versus this attack. And then
Okay.
still give...
Still have 3 for.
For Micah.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. So do I roll the d6 on here, or do I roll it on my physical die?
So if you know how to roll in Roll20, which as we all know I don't.
/R space, whatever you're rolling.
Or can I just go to the die one and click the d6? Would that also do it or not?
It wouldn't do the same thing. So you've already done your
Okay.
longbow damage as 8. So
Yeah.
if you just roll another d6.
Okay, so what was the command again, please? Jess?
/R
/R.
Yeah.
and then space and then whatever you want to roll. So if you want to roll a 1d6, it's literally 1d6.
Oh, I got a 6.
Yeah.
So that is 14 damage.
Yeah, but does it? How much of that gets taken off because I did the pierce
Well,
armor
its
thing?
armor would normally be 4, but that's been halved now to 2. So
Just 12, is it?
takes 12 damage.
Aha.
And it is looking like a
Shaky
rather
temple.
subtracted from skeleton, but is still standing.
Thank you for the help, folks. I was getting quite confused then.
We should probably stop there because it's already 5 to 11.
Yes.
So-
Sorry, I took so long figuring
That's
it
right.
out.
That's
No,
fine.
no.
Perfect.
Oh.
We are still learning this
We are s-
system, and
Yep.
we're all taking a little extra and helping each other out, figure out how to make it more awesome.
How and what we're
Hmm.
capable of.
Yes.
Yes. We will be back to do more Blue Rose in 2 weeks' time. And until then, we have, I think, Story Squires next Monday. I'm losing track. And the Pyramid next Wednesday, which I should know about because I'd be DMing that one. I'm sure there will be much more singing shenanigans. And the Story Squires, there's usually much more inventive spell casting and twerking on the bodies
Ashes
of
of their
our
enemies.
yeah. Hopefully Anne Marie will be well enough and we'll be back. So that will be good. But thank you everybody for watching. You have all been awesome. Thank you another Unique for the gifted subs. And I think Chaotic Bifector for the bits and Bear for the bits. I think that happened. And thank you, Anne, for guesting for us again. I'm assuming you're happy to keep guesting.
If you're happy to keep me, yes, please.
Yeah. Anyway, we will be back in 2 weeks' time with more Blue Rose to find out what happens with these skeletons and whether we can rescue Greymane and Marcus. Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye.